Good morning all. July 17th, 2017. How about a voice confirmation? How is my mic today? Somebody put it in text. Is my mic working? If it's not working, there's no sense in me keeping this up. Gravity sucks already out there in the text. I don't know how many we got out there. I imagine there's one or two haters already. Because we know that's the only thing they got anymore is the hate. Yep. I'm above that, trolls. I'm above that. Don't need to do it. Let's see. What the hell did I do? I closed out my dashboard, didn't I? I went and closed out my dashboard. Let's see here. There it is. Wrong screen. Wrong screen. Let's see. Now bring text back up. Good. Mike is good, Scott, with 2 T's. Thank you, sir. Thank you. It doesn't bother me if you spell it with 1 T or 2. I'm just letting you know how I did it, or how my mama and daddy elected for me to do it, I should say. Didn't have much of a choice in it. But pay attention to the title there, people. Flat Earth, haters hate and truthers research. Try to prove that one wrong one time. I mean, after all, we went and seen that no true glober is doing any real science as far as trying to debunk the globe, because that's what science tells you to do, to try to disprove what is claimed to be factual. And they ain't doing that. Yep, they'll attack your model, but there's nothing factual with it. That flat Earth is still under research by flat earthers. How can some of the things that's hard to explain, how could it possibly be? Well, there's not been enough time in it. After all, the Globetards want answers right now, but they've had 500 years to remove gravity from theoretical science to a fact-based substance. So where in the heck is our 500 years? You know, look at the amount of tools that was designed prior to the late 1500s that people navigated and reliably, gosh darn, spit it out, Billy. Reliably, prior to the concept that we would be on a ball. These tools are still utilized, or could be utilized today, for safe navigation from continent to continent. Kind of funny, if they was designed on the principles that they lived on a flat plane and they worked designed on a flat plane, wonder why now that it's a ball, they still work. NASA's one had the mission that they need an aircraft to fly through a stationary atmosphere over a flat Earth. They don't stipulate a flat planet, they specify a flat Earth. Why would NASA spend money on research and development unless it was so? So that goes to show that the haters who refuse to do research will always be doing just that. Hey, just so you guys do know, got hospital and testing today for Mrs. Hillbilly, so this hangout will be ending within probably about 3 hours from now, at the longest, 3 hours. So just so you know. going to fire up a hangout, but I doubt if anybody's going to join me just yet. Yeah, if anybody's going to join me just yet, and put the link in the link dispensary. Anybody who wants added to the link dispensary, but as long as I know you and your channel's confirmable that you're not a troll, I will add you. Let's see here. Whoops, got my alignment off just a little bit on my picture, don't I? Oh, now that I got this computer up and running, I had to reboot this computer. I want to bring it up because I like the idea of a second computer sitting around so I can watch what's happening. It takes a little bit getting used to try to host something, not have dead air time, and I guess the technical term of it would be the producer. I'm the producer, the editor, the host, the jack of all, and the master of none. Let's see here. Bring this up. If I'm not mistaken, that should be the link. That should be the link. Muted. Come on, load. I need to get some more RAM for that computer or something. Yeah, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes. Alright, make a big screen. Hey, you guys like that artwork there Mrs. THC did for me, man? Ain't that something? Ain't that something? I'm going to take one more tool away from the haters because I'll file for financial loss. We all know that I'm trying to make a little bit of money due to my shortcomings by means of Mrs. Hillbilly's health. So if they want to try to attack me, attack my videos, falsely flag them, well, let them steal that. That's trademarked, that's original, it's my art thanks to a gift. And by all means, I will go to the next step. Just like I went to the next step on David Guantana to show that bitch boy, no, you will not restream my live streams live. You will not do that. Shut that asshole right down. The only trick they got left in their book, the haters that is the thumbs down. I care less. They know that they're going to get whack-a-trolled just as quick as they come in, especially now since I'm starting to mod up everybody that I know for sure. Everybody that I know for sure is going to be modded up. And so they won't come into the text so hateful anymore, but they'll still come for the thumbs down. Well, I'm still working on that 10,000 views on this channel. So let them come in. Let them have their little thumbs down button. I care less. Like I said, if I did care, I would have shut it off. That's my option, not theirs. They don't control me. We control them. Let's see. I do want to get rid of this can we smoke weed deal in here. I just want to make sure that the animation would work on it pretty good, and that is for the hangout at THC and myself will be having Wednesday. I might have to start another channel. For some reason it won't let me verify that other channel that I'm trying to start, and a couple people already asked for the link for it, and I need to verify it before I can do a live hangout on it. So I'm not going to pass out the wrong link. Let's see, let me bring up OBS. That being out of alignment is starting to bother me a little bit because I am trying to make it a little bit more professional. But on this little darn screen, it looks like it is in line, but on the watch page, it doesn't. See the blue picture underneath? Oops. I guess I don't need that working on the watch page. Let's see here. What is this? Oh, that's Chrome. I can close Chrome out. I just wanted it for the chat. For the chat. trolls hate it that I took away their ability to see who's banning them. Yeah. Just have to bring the PHB, although I can't utilize PHB channel right now other than extremely short videos. I can utilize it to come in on text, and them idiots can't see who's banning them. Oh, thumbs up. It don't matter to me there, Mark Cool. Excuse me if I'm butchering your name, which I probably am. Let's see here. Oh, I was going to open up a hopes and prayers all gets better, Hillbilly. I sure appreciate that. Right now, my stress level as far as her health concerns go is maxed out. If I was a tea kettle, I would be whistling. So I'll be nice. Surfing. Yep, what a shame. What a shame that haters can only hate. That morning coffee, still working on that morning coffee. Might have to get up and get some more of that. Let me see what else I can do here. Wasn't going to open up a hangout until after I got back from the hospital today. But I went and researched Flat Earth or searched for live hangouts, something to listen to, and well, you can only watch so many reruns of ODD's Circular Loop before that gets old. Won't go to the tyrannical IPS chat, so I had to fire up one of my own, talk to myself. Let's see here, YouTube, want to go to YouTube. YouTube. Let's see here. Do this. Flat Earth music. Now, Creative Comments. Creative Comments. Let's see, Flat Earth. Some more flat music. I haven't seen this one yet. The tide is turning. Let's find out. I haven't seen this one yet. Oh, that's Chris Rock. Now, let's find something else other than that one. Why, get up and get me a cup of coffee. Let's see. I'm not using Mark Sargent's. He said that Mark Sargent's playlist does have copyrighted content on it. Darrenism, Nuke the Sky. Never heard this one. Let's try this one.
To the moon. This was below my feet. That's so real, don't grab and die. I'm running faster to the east. Ostensible rotates with me. In the sky, I wonder why. Drop the mic through the light. Flying in all the shelter. Great achievement for humankind. Journalism and antidote against scientism. This plane is a stationary prison. Pirate ships behind the curve. Time to grab your binoculars. Yes. left this all for all this time? Did you pocket money? Did you guys go to space? Did you guys just make this shit up? Oh, where'd you get your information from? This YouTube video? Where'd you get your information from? From like books and scholarly articles that are peer reviewed. You don't watch the news. I don't just watch the news. I read peer review scholarly articles. You don't watch the news. I went on top of my roof and saw the curve, so you're stupid. Because Neil deGrasse Tyson says so. The sky along the line. Drop the mic through the light. Flying in the homeless shelter. Great achievement for humankind.
Let's see, what next? Just killing time for myself, people. Hopefully killing time for you guys too, or something, so something better comes along, because we know something better will come along. I ain't made this. Check this out. I'll puff a few hosts said. Puff, puff, pass. Got a little puff, puff in the pass. Zulu 1 has one open as well. I didn't know Zulu had one open. I look. Let me see. Gosh darn it.
The wind of change blows its way to show you something new. Yeah, we've all been indoctrinated from the cradle to the grave.
I see a fellow well. How many people's out there? Thank you, many people out there. And Zulu 1's got quite a few people. Let's go over there. I didn't see that. Okay. Opening a new tab. Ladders. Now even look, I always look right before I fire one up. How'd I miss it? How'd I miss it? ODD, Celebrate Truth, FPV Angel, You've Been Brainwashed, First Description, Zulu 1, 4 watches. Yeah. Be quiet, Wesley thinks. Here's West Station.
And they sold you every time, but the truth can't be stopped.
How long you been going? 2 hours, too, huh? Gosh darn it.
It's the one thing in the general the actual distance.
Well, man, I wish I would have seen that. So 2 hours, so we definitely going. 2 watching. Oh, well. Sorry, Mr. Zulu 1. I don't like that stepping on toes. Don't like it. I normally yield. I normally yield.
Can you feel it in your soul?
Can't hear Mike. Lower video. Drowning you. Lower video. Hell, I can't hear it now. I can't hear it now. Can't lower it too much. If I ever get that donation, I'll take care of it. But having problems getting the donation money. Audio. Turn my audio up there just a little bit. Oop, that's too much. There, 1.5. Didn't care much for that song, not my type of music. Not my type of music. Flat Earth Sunday morning service with Father Pancho Pate. That ain't music, is it? Flat Earth Music Jam.
What have you been doing with our money? Our money.
Why is it so hard to find some hillbilly music on Flat Earth?
If the Earth is an extended flat plane, then this fundamental physical property of fluids finding and remaining level is consistent with experience and common sense.
It's flat.
At least we ain't like Sly Sparkane on thumbs up and thumbs down where he peppers his own videos with thumbs up. We allow the true results to be showed, even though we know the trolls are hammering you with thumbs down. Do a study, go out and see, and you'll see about for every 10 viewers, one person will either thumb it up or thumb it down. Rob Skiba, I was paying attention to his debunking of Sly the Idiot Sparkane yesterday, and his is about that, a 10-to-1 ratio. Glowbusters get about a 10-to-1 ratio. My videos prior to Flat Earth, whether it be 9/11s, Boston bombing, Ruby Ridge or Sandy Hook, got about a 10-to-1 ratio on the thumbs up, thumbs down. Go pay attention to Sly Sparkane's videos. He's always got an extremely high thumbs up, thumbs down. But we know Sly Sparkane has multiple troll names where he can pepper his own thumbs up and thumbs down. And then when you only get 300 to 400 views on a video and you got 100 troll bots, that's a 3-to-1 ratio already on 300. Yeah.
These are the questions we could ask. There might be more land out there to discover. There might be fucking photos up there.
In one respect, a boat carrying a flag raised from one bridge to another 6 miles. And a circle is a telescope
got a new one out. Rob Skiba proves globe re-debunked. Is that a mission that his first debunking was a complete and utter failure? I can only assume this one will be a complete and utter failure. Could play like a Timmy Osmond. Oh, I can debunk this Slice Arcane. I don't need to watch any more past this. I don't need to watch any more past this. What a stupidity. How stupid. Okay, he's got 65 thumbs up, 38 thumbs down, total 103. So that 10-to-1 ratio, he would have to be over 1,000 views. Bingo, there's one. Okay. Just because. Let's see. 40 plus 30, minus 2, 68. Well, there's just a little over the 10-to-1 ratio. So he must not have peppered that one too hard. Okay. Open in a new link. He must have caught on that I pointed that out about his. He must have caught on. Because here's 121, 10-to-1 ratio. Okay, let's go back here and find one of those old videos where we can show it. He must have stopped that after I pointed it out to dumbass. Go back here.
Okay.
There he didn't get 10-to-1. There he didn't get 10-to-1. Actually, I closed the channel out. But people, you can go back and research his previous videos, and you'll see it. His older videos were well over the 10-to-1 ratio. Yes, they were. Martin Leakey out there. Oh, better bring up my dashboard. That man needs a wrench. That man needs a wrench. Let's see here. Add as moderator. And add as moderator. There we go. How we doing, Brother Martin? Maybe August will be hot for you. Yesterday was summer's warmest. We've had some pretty hot days already here. Mrs. Hillbilly doesn't like air conditioning. When you're sitting in your own house and you're sweating up a storm, you know it's a hot outside. Boy, the other day I was doing just that. Boy, I learned something here on this vaping situation. This vaping situation here, I had a dry herb vape pen. That's what this is here that I'm unscrewing right now. But the power is unregulatable on it. I can't regulate the power. I can't turn it down. Well, you don't need as much power for oil base. You know what I went and did? I went and burned up a brand new silver tip. Or I think bullet tip. Silver bullet. That's what they call this. Silver bullet. The reason why they call it, this tip here is all stainless steel. But that little dinky coil inside there, I think I fried my coil already. And it ain't but a week old. Shame on me. I should have waited until I got the right adjustable battery pack for it. But let's see if I can get anything out of it today. going to do a YouTube hangout today, then I got high. I was going to do an awesome production, then I got high. I want to do another YouTube hangout, but I'm stoned. Thanks to THC. Ain't that right, Globlins? Globlin. Don't lie to me just 'cause you can. Your pseudoscience I can compare, that you pull out of thin air. Globlin. Neil deGrasse is an ass, and Bill Nye lies. Globlin. I see, hillbilly, figure out something to do. You're just killing time until 8:30 gets here. What do I got? 2.5 more hours of kill time. Have some picks. Why didn't Martin get wrenched up unless he hasn't typed since I threw some wrenches? Martin, if you're still out there, did you get wrenched up or not? Here, I should be able to click on your name and it'll say unmod you if you're not. Remove moderator. Yep, so you did get wrenched up. Let's see, what time would it be over at Brother Martin's house? Almost 11 a.m. He's only got 1 more hour of the morning left, then it's afternoon. So let me say good morning to my brother Martin. It shows me a wrench. Take it away. You don't want the wrench? You don't want the wrench? No problem. I can take it away. Your wish is my command. Remove as moderator. There, it's away. Yeah, Mom. 8 people watching. Where's all the haters at? Probably already got some. How many thumbs down I got? How many thumbs down I got? 2. Got 2 so far. That'll work. That'll work. Let's see. Scott, his name is that how you pronounce it? What country is that from? His name is Martin. It is easier if I have not a wrench. No problem. Your wish was my command. I ain't got no problem removing wrenches, but I'm Larry giving them out. Let's see here. What else we gonna do? What else we gonna do? Let's go back over here. If somebody says they want to join me, I'll go ahead and start that hangout up. Other than that, it's one less thing I don't need running right now. It's one less thing I don't need running. Let's see if we can find any Flat Earth news. Flat Earth news. What's new in Flat Earth according to Google and their line according to Google and their line media. Okay. Oh, gotta bring that down, don't I? Let's see. There we go. Images news. Conspiracy theorists believe that the world is surrounded by a probably ice wall, huh? See, they're shoving words in everybody's mouth. I've never once made a claim that the Antarctic goes all the way around flat Earth in a circular motion. Not once. Not once. I'll only make statements of what I can prove. I'm a skeptic and love the flat Earth movement. Denver Post. Let's see. Planet Dumbass. An open letter to the Flat Earth Society. Well, I guess that guy's the true dumbass because the Flat Earth Society is the government and their controlled opposition. So you go ahead and write all your hateful letters to the government you want. Not very many flat earthers will say that they're part of the Flat Earth Society, but will admit that they are part of the Flat Earth community. Society is a collective agreement, or a group of people who come to a collective agreement, like-minded. I don't agree with claims made by the Flat Earth Society, especially Earth being projected upwards. Slide the lie, you dumbass, when he made that stupid comment that Hillbilly doesn't even know why he doesn't need gravity on the flat Earth. Yeah, he wanted me to go after the projection being upwards for the flat Earth. But I'm smart enough to understand when I say it's stationary. Stationary, it means it's not spinning from west to east. Stationary also means it's not in a state of free fall. Stationary also means it's not in a trajectory upwards. Stationary is stationary, idiot Sly Sparkane. No movement at all. Not in any direction. Left to right, right to left, up to down, or down to up, you idiot Sly Sparkane. Boy, did the Globebusters also do a fine job of bitch slapping his failed debunking. I guess that's why he needed to get on to the second attempt. Now, like I said, when he titles a video re-debunked, that's an admission of guilt. Your first attempt was a freaking failure, and you know it, Sly. Anthony Riley out there, how you doing, sir? Got let's see, what do I got? I got 558. Wonder if you've been added to the link group that I got. So let me go ahead and do this. Okay, Google Hangouts. Start one up. Okay. Close that out. And boom, 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 boom. Let's see here. Yeah, I want my Gmail, don't I? I want my Gmail. Let's put this over here where it can't be seen when I go to my Gmail. When I go to my I got mail. Where did you put it down here? Where'd it go? Good morning. I'm having loading issues. Getting loaded. Let's see here. had another YouTube video, another Sandy Hook video, get flagged on the PHB channel. A channel I'm not even using. Videos are still getting flagged that were up for months. For months. Imagine that. Why just now getting tagged? Trolls know I'm making the Sandy Hook documentary. They want to try to shut it down before December 14, 2017. Let's see if Anthony Riley's on that. 23 people. Hillbilly Strikes Back. Carl. Martin Leakey, Poncho Pete, Sergey, Sup Johnny, Simple Dread, THC. Nope. Anthony Riley is not on that. Let's see. ANTH. I haven't seen Anthony Russo lately, come think of it. Man, I gotta go back and look at your icon to see make sure I got the right Anthony before I go adding. I didn't realize there's so many Anthony Rileys out there. Let's see. Okay, he got his face on it. I should have remembered that. You got your face on it.
Can you help me a minute?
What? All right, hold on. I gotta give Mom a hand. What do you need,
Help
Mom?
me make the bed. Thank you. Thank you.
Yep. No problem, Mama. No problem at all. Unless you got a different icon on. I'm not seeing you, Anthony Riley. Is your name in all capital letters by any chance? There's only one in there that doesn't have an icon on it. Hello, Mr. Anderson. And no, your name is not in all capital letters. Gosh darn it. I don't know how to find you then. Don't know how to find you. Ooh, don't do that. Anthony.
Hello.
Hey, how we doing?
Good.
Vinny, huh?
Oh, you know, let's
You getting feedback or something?
yeah, come on, stop.
Oh,
Just a little. It's gone now. It's gone. It's fine.
I can't find Anthony Riley on there to... Oh, shucks, no, I just closed it. Can't find the right Anthony Riley to add him to the Join Link dispensary.
Oh, then you need his email address.
His email address. I don't know if he wants to put it in text or not. Probably not.
It's in the chat. I'm not watching the chat. I just clicked on the link so you can try it if it works. You join link dispensary.
Yeah.
You got more than 20 people in it, but if you want to add somebody to the join link dispensary, they have to give you the email address. If you can, I can search for him. Wait.
You can search.
Oh, yeah, there are a lot of Anthony right here.
Yeah, there is, ain't there? And none of the face icons match up with his icon in chat.
Exactly, 0. So, yeah, if he's listening or he's somewhere in the text, or he just email you or me,
Yeah.
or send a private message with his email address, and I can add him to the, or you can add him
Yeah.
to the joining dispensary.
If you want link dispensary or part of the link dispensary, Anthony O'Reilly, send a private or message with your email address to Vinny, and he'll add you. You type anything in text yet there, Vinny? I think I have found you on Hangouts, Hillbilly.
Oh, good. I have to go back to the website.
He says he thinks he found me on an old Hangout.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if he starts one of those to where I can see what his icon is there. When was the last hangout I had that he was here? Like a Saturday ago or a Sunday ago?
Oh, yeah, but then you were not, there was an hangout, but not like you always do, so it doesn't make a hangout.
Oh, on the left, yeah.
Yeah, so if you leave, there's nothing left. Or he might find one where you were in, and then just text the message to there. But if he goes to my channel and send me a private message, or you, and give me the address. Oh.
Mrs. Tesla's apple. Good morning, people. Peace.
Good morning, everyone. I just watched the chat. Hello, everyone.
Like I said, this hangout will be over in about 2.5 hours. You got to go to the hospital this morning.
Oh. For a check?
Yeah, well, her regular, we go to hospital every Monday and Friday, guaranteed. And then sometimes every other Wednesday.
Ah.
Got to. Her pulmonary rehab deal. Just view profile from this chat window. Private message me with them. All right. Okay.
I can do it.
Go
Want
to,
me to send a message to you?
yeah, go ahead. You're quicker. You're quicker. Not just because your internet speed's quicker, because you the man.
Oh, it's
I figured out a way to beat my audio issue for $3.75.
wow, that's perfect.
Yeah, the damn UB3 or USB 3 audio plugins that still accepts the 3.5 jack on one end. It speeds up your audio. So hopefully, if Ethan and Marla ever get things straightened out, I'll be able to get one.
Awesome.
Yeah, they never made it down this weekend.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, just counting on them Saturday and find out at 5 o'clock in the afternoon that they can't come Saturday, and counting on them yesterday and didn't show up.
Ooh.
Welcome, Anthony Riley.
Yo, I'm people watching now. Oh, sorry. Hey, there you are. If you send your email address, I can add you to the joining link dispensary. It's just a small hangout with a couple of people in there, and nobody always posts his join link there, and you can always jump in.
Yeah, that way you don't even need an invite. If you ever want to jump in the middle of something, just go to your Gmail and the link will be there each and every time. I'm back to my open door policy. Trolls cannot beat me.
So what do you do there to do that?
Give me or he'll give you your email address somewhere, private message. I can add you to that little link dispensary, and you can click on it at each time when you'll be post the link. You can click on it and you can join. I'll use your email address. There are some more people in it, maybe 20.
That's the address inside chat that's linked to this account.
Thank you. Now, in a couple of minutes, you will get an invite in Google Hangouts. You can see a lot of people in there, and it's called Join Links for Hillbilly.
Okay.
I always send the links, and some people are chatting in there sometimes. If you get bothered by the sound, just turn off your notifications from that Hangout. You don't hear all the sounds coming in.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do it right now. I have to jump out. I have to do some things.
Sure.
Right? So, see you guys later. But you will have an invite, and you'll add it to the...
Sure. Okay, cheers.
Cheers. Have a good one all. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks,
Bye-bye.
buddy. So did you happen to see what's going on over the weekend with everybody ripping Sly up on his failed debunking where he
Well, I didn't watch Sly's original video, so I saw Rob responding, and I was surprised he responded, to be honest. I didn't really consider Sly. I mean, you know what Sly's like. He'll take one fact, twist it into a different fact, do a video based on it, and then claim he's debunked it. And I'm like, he does it all the time. And I'm like, you know what, it's not even worth watching, because he'll try and debunk a point that's not even being made, or he'll twist something that's been shown to make it look like it's something else. And he'll add his own twist to it, and he'll claim a victory. And all ballers do it, a lot of ballers do it. It really bugs me, so I didn't even bother watching it this time. But I did watch Rob Skeever's response to it, because he's quite good, Rob. He can articulate the point really well, and I realised that Sly was claiming the curve thing, and I looked at it and I thought, the problem is, you're looking at the clouds and you can't see where the clouds are, and the land is and the clouds stop, because the clouds do create a different angle, and that's not easy to show anyway. But when I watched how he explained it, I realised that barrel distortion is showing his presence at like, was it 1,000 feet? So if it's present at 1,000 feet and it's comparable, then it is barrel distortion.
Yeah.
And Rob's quite right. So he hasn't debunked anything.
Exactly.
I just feel that Sly's he's an intelligent guy, but he misses points, he misses facts that if he actually paid attention to the people that were making the videos that he was trying to debunk, he wouldn't then make a video based on ignorance. He'd make a video based on facts, and that's what he needs to do.
He is an intelligent guy, I'll give you that, because that's why he has to stay away from water at rest only measures flat. That's why he has to stay away from violation of consistent motion. He has to stay away from sea level can only prove a flat plane. There's several...
Well, he came to Kara's aid like a knight in shining armour, and Kara challenged me to explain how the equinoxes worked on flat Earth. And I'd never been presented with this one before, I'd never seen it or heard it, so I openly admitted that I didn't know. Give me a couple of days and I'll get you an answer. So I did. A couple of days later I got her the explanation. She then responded claiming that I didn't debunk her. She didn't ask me to debunk it. She just said, "Give me the explanation," which is exactly what I did. And basically, it's exactly the same on the flat Earth as it is on a ball Earth, and you can't distinguish between the two of them, which is so true on so many of the observations that we do. And yet, to find one where you can really look at one and go, "Yeah, that's definitely because it's flat," or "That's definitely because it's round." It's so the difference is so subtle. You just really can't detect the difference. So she claimed that I didn't debunk her, and I wasn't even asked to. I was asked to explain it, which is exactly what I did. But then Sly came in like this nasty shadow. Like, you should have seen it. Just imagine Sly coming in on a big horse, and like the trumpet noise as he comes down there. That's kind of like what it was like. And he came like with me, and I said, "Right, I've dealt with the thing, and go away and tell me why my video was wrong." But he wouldn't do it because he claimed that it was because the words didn't come out of my mouth. He wasn't prepared to address it, and I'm like, "No, you're not addressing it because you have to admit that it's exactly the same on both models," and he wouldn't do it. So Sly really, for me, it's not as good as he's an intelligent guy, but yeah, I agree with you. He keeps away from certain arguments. He will not touch that Kara video, and he should do because he came in there like a knight in shining armour, and then when presented with the video that I asked him to explain where it's wrong and why it's wrong, and he hasn't done it on the basis that it didn't come out of my mouth. I kind of realise that the guy's picking and choosing his fights, which is good, really. You have to do that to kind of like get some credibility up and whatnot. But when you come in as a knight in shining armour to the damsel in distress, you kind of got to do something to make it look as though you've been victorious, and he did nothing. And I'm like, yeah, you're a waste of time, aren't you, really? But on that basis, he hadn't. That's where I'm at the slide. Unless he deals with that Equinox video that I did back to Kara, where I basically said, "Show me where this is wrong, why it's wrong," then I've got no time for him anymore because he's not doing what he should be doing. He needs to be responding. He came, like I say, he came in like a knight and he just didn't do anything. So I thought in terms of, I want that video being explained away. If I've done something wrong, tell me. Because it seems to me that they're both exactly the same.
Yeah. Well, they want to dress though on their so-called ball, as pointed out by Antonio Jeranism, that due east will take you to the damn equator, 90 degrees away, no matter what longitude you are. You know, so. If they're saying that, if that's the case, and we know by time you look due east on a ball, and 90 degrees would be what, a quarter of 2,400 and or 2,000. Let's see. 7,904 miles, a quarter of that. What would that be? I'd have to get out the calculator. So within 7,400 or 904 miles, somebody who's standing at the 40th degree north versus somebody who's standing at the 40th degree south, by the time they look due east, little under 2,000 miles away, their perspective or their line of view would cross. So are they saying the sun's only 2,900 miles away? Well, that's what we say, about 3,000 miles, right?
Well, it's got to the point where just hang on a sec. I'm going to call this a Joe Mingle slightly it's okay. To be honest, I've kind of lost interest with Sly, because although I like his videos, he hasn't added anything good recently, and the videos he has done have not really debunked anything. Like I say, they're based on ignorance, and it pisses me off when I watch a video based on something, and I get halfway through it and I think, what on earth are you on about? This isn't the point of the video that you should be responding to. So, as far as I'm concerned, he's gone, but what I wanted to ask you is, did you watch Goldbusters last night?
I watched the second hour. I missed the first hour and I got pulled away for the third hour. I watched the entire second hour. When I got there, they was in the middle of giving Sly a beat down. I gave him a beat down yesterday morning. Watched Rob Skiba's video, and like he said, I lost interest in Sly Sparkane. Larry Moore personally came to my house Saturday down from Toledo, another flat earther. He'd been talking about it. Well, he finally did it Saturday, and when he got here, he had to tell me Rob Skiba had the video out about debunking Sly's debunking. I didn't even know Sly had one. I went to Sly's channel first and accidentally clicked on Part B, not knowing that there was a Part A, Part B, and then Larry Moore pointed out that I was starting in the middle, so I went to Part B, so I didn't watch 5 minutes of neither A nor B, knowing the arrogance, the self-centeredness, and that he has, and there's truly no explanation. There's, like you said, he'll put the red herring fallacy out there. He'll insert an argument into your mouth and then make an argument against that.
Yeah.
You notice?
And that's the reason why I kind of lost interest in him. But I was surprised at Globebusters. I mean, I didn't see Globebusters last night. I wanted to. I was just going to do something else. But I wondered if there's anything particularly interesting in there other than Sly. Was there any other interesting topics in there?
Yeah, no, it was the second hour. I got there right at the second hour, and they was already into it. Then they covered him for about an additional 15 minutes, which I wish they wouldn't have spent that much time on him. Matter of fact, we're spending too much time on him right now. But see, what did they go into then? Oh, they talked about the gyro getting lost on the second launch, and things like that happens. Sly wants to pick on that particular fact. How many times have NASA lost a rocket right after it got launched?
I think it only got lost when the balloon burst. Didn't the balloon burst in such a way that it ripped around and ripped it off?
Yeah, I mean... Yeah.
That shit looked like that, didn't it?
Yeah, and you don't see why isn't no Globers, if they claim that they can prove curvature with a hot air balloon, why aren't they doing it?
They won't, because they already accept the evidence and don't dispute it, so they've got no obligation as far as they're concerned to prove it, because they consider it proven.
They accept the theory. Gravity, that's not evidence, that's a theoretical science. They accept the theories.
Well, can we talk Blake Pontchartrain for a minute?
Yeah, go for it.
I've been attacking Soundly recently. I don't know if you're aware. Have you seen any of the Soundly stuff?
Yeah, the bridge and the power line deals.
Yeah, there's a few outstanding issues with Soundly, and I think most people will look at that whether you're on the ball side or whether you're on the flat side. They'll look at his evidence and you'll think that just does not look real. I think most people will accept that is a fair comment regardless of the side that you're on. And then the issue becomes, do you accept it based on whether it looks real or not, or do you question it? And from day one, I always questioned it. I looked at that and just thought, that looks fucking fake as fuck. I really didn't kind of give it any more time. Somebody sent me a link and said, just check this out. And basically, all I did was I put the lines back in for convergence, for where they should converge at the horizon. Showed how much curve that he was showing, and I was like, well, that's not really acceptable, is it? That's way too much curve, and not enough flatness for it to be consistent with the thing. Anyway, that was about 2 months ago, and I left it. I didn't touch it because I was busy with Mick West on Metabunk. And then literally, I looked at Mick West. The Mick West thing seems to have gone cold a little bit. That lead's gone cold. So whilst that's gone cold, I've been thinking, well, I ended up getting him back onto Soundly. And I've made about 6 observations over his videos with another guy called Nubby Num. And so far, there's only one that has got a plausible explanation, in my opinion. The other 5 that are outstanding still need to be shown to be evidence or to be credible evidence. And unfortunately, it's got to be Soundly that does it. But Soundly's claiming these victories, and all the ballers that are all basically wanking each other off, claiming victories with him. And I'm looking at the information that he's presented, I'm looking at the arguments I've given against it, and no one is coming back with credible explanation for what's going on. In terms of evidence, not in terms of logic and reason, because logic and reason doesn't prove anything. The evidence itself is what proves stuff. And everyone's coming back with, oh, well, you can see this if you do this with the maths and that, and if you do, and it's got to the point where I'm just thinking, right, nobody really has any realistic explanation for these, and even Stanley himself hasn't really dealt with it. So I've got to the point where I've just had to, like, I left it with Stanley and I'm waiting for him to get back to me, and I don't think he can get past this, the dodginess, the element of dodgy in his video. Just give me 2 seconds, phone's ringing, 1 sec.
Alright. The guy I'm pretty sure Sounding Glide claims to be living right there off of Lake Pontchartrain, if memory serves me right. Let me give some shout outs to Tex there real quick. Well, we got a dead minute if I can find my text. There we go. Spouse Anarchist. Source Anarchist. Damn it. Gosh darn it. Slow down, hillbilly. Who's Tactics? Jonathan Doltry in the house. Who say so? Gravity sucks. Cause. Hey, Cause, how you doing? Who say so? Let me go to Who Say So. I think I've seen that name in here before. Go to your channel, right click, open in a new tab. Right click, open in a new tab. 3 videos, or subscriptions, no videos, 1 subscriber. I don't know. Don't know.
Oh shit, what am I say there? What's going on with your sound? You've got loads of background noise.
Her oxygen machine. Her oxygen machine.
Alright. Well, yeah, so with Soundly, he's given explanations for the things that I've asked, for some of the things I've asked him. One of the things he's not addressed at all, as far as I can see. And I'm like, yeah, these aren't really satisfactory in terms of by way of explanation, because explanation doesn't prove the point that you're making. Like, we need to kind of see the proof. So at the moment, the way things stand with Soundly is I'm waiting for him to get back to me, and I'm still calling bullshit on his videos. I think that the evidence is faked, and I don't use that word lightly, because I don't believe we should use the word fake or fraud or lie or deceive. But I'm pretty certain that Soundly has done that, because there's elements of his photos or his evidence that he's presented to prove this curve.
You think, gosh darn it, OBS, I lost my connection with OBS, then it reconnected. You think he put...
You're not seeing it. It's difficult to judge the distance based on what we're looking at. But in any event, I still stand by that at this point. Because the claiming 10 pixels is enough to show parallax. But in the same sentence, the bird that's sat on the pylon that's parallaxing doesn't rotate. The bird is flat. And the argument there is that, well, if you're going to go with 10 pixels for parallax, you've got to accept that the bird is supposed to be rotated too. And the bird appears to be, well, it's to the pixel exactly the same. It doesn't change its angular size at all. We've done it down to the pixel because they argued that 10 pixels was parallax. And I said, well, okay, let's see how many pixels there are with the bird, and there's not a single movement of pixel in the bird. So if the pylon is parallaxing, the bird's got to rotate too, and it doesn't do it.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'll give you the 10 pixels, but you've got to accept that bird has not rotated. And then they come back with, well, the bird's only very small in relation to the pylon. And I'm like, no, if we're going to give you the 10 pixels for the parallax, which I'm not really giving it them, I'm only giving it them for the sake of the bird. Why is the bird not moving with the pylon? Because it has to move, it has to rotate, and it doesn't do it. We did it down to the pixel, not one pixel moved. So I'm waiting for him to explain why the bird does not rotate, but the pylon apparently does, which I don't even accept. But I want to see the proof the parallax is the right scale, because it doesn't appear to be there. And if it is there, the bird doesn't move with it, and it has to. There was a building that was shown in the same orientation, despite the photos being taken on both sides of the bridge. You'd expect the building to rotate, and we showed that it should rotate at least 3 degrees, probably 4. And we showed what we should see, and it just doesn't do it. There appears to be a post that looks like it's been copied and pasted into the picture, simply to deceive. It's in the wrong height, it's in the wrong place, but it's nonetheless there. The explanation is that, well, it's just the way it is, and we showed that the forensics on the photo do indicate that it's been added to the image. And he said, no, that's just chromatic aberration, which, well, we could give him that if well, actually, I give him it on the just for the sake of discussion, but normally said, no, that's not chromatic aberration, that's clearly evidence of trickery on the photo, and this is the proof of it. But when you start adding the things that he's got, he looks like he's put into the photos or into the video artifacts that were never originally part of the video. It looks like there's a bloke walking across the image, and the bloke's like, size-wise, is too small, and he disappears in a way that's like not natural looking. And he's of a different resolution than the rest of the image. He's like a low resolution, very smooth, pixely thing. But the rest of the image around him is sharp. You've got two different resolutions of subject matter in the same frame, and that shouldn't really be there. I can't think of any logical explanation for why that would be there. He's described it as bandwidth. I don't accept that. I call bullshit. And there was another image where basically he says that he was suffering with low bandwidth, but and it does look that way to some degree because it's blocky, it's quite pixely and blocky. But in the middle of nowhere, this bloke appears with his push bike in high definition, and he just appears from nowhere. And Sandy says that's because I was regaining my bandwidth. And I was like, no, if you regain your bandwidth from suffering from low bandwidth, your blocks get smaller evenly over the whole image because your bandwidth is being distributed across the whole image. You don't get a high definition version of this guy pushing a bike. So no, called bullshit. So he's got about 5 or 6 things that he needs to address. Prove, not just address, prove. Because by way of simple explanation, that doesn't prove that the explanation that you give is the explanation. You need to prove it. He hasn't done that at the moment. He's explained them, and I've said, no, I don't accept them. Prove that these are actually the thing. I mean, one of the things was bendy lines, pan right to left, right to left. And when he did pan right to left, there were lines in the image that should be dead straight, that started to be bendy and wavy. And I called him on it, saying that's not, how is that even possible? That looks to me that it's proof of video editing, post-production video editing. And he was like, no, that's not what it is. He said that's roller in shutter. And if you look at the effects of rolling shutters, they're continuous over the whole. It should be a continuous, and the effects are minimal. Now he's got an isolated case that's right in the centre of the frame, and it's very distorted. And then as it goes away from the centre of the frame, it loses its distortion and becomes normal again. And that's not consistent with shutter, rolling shutter. And I called him out on that again. I'm going to prove what rolling shuttering is and prove that this is it. Because it's not got the characteristics of it, it's got different characteristics. And I'm crying fraud. So last night when I was hanging with Nomi Mum, a guy contacted me on messages. Basically, he's done punch train stuff, but he's not got any reach. He's only got about a handful of subs. So I'm going to try and get him on. To show his evidence that, because he's already done punch train on the P900 and showed it to be flat as a pancake. Now it appears that Soundly's kind of responded, maybe not against his video, but coincidentally responded. And in doing so, he's kind of, this other guy's got dwarf. And I just said, look, come on, we'll talk about it and see what you think. Let's talk about the evidence that you've captured and basically compare and contrast. Spot the differences between the videos. And why would there be differences? They should be the same. And he's going to have to then say he is lying, and I agree with him. And I'll say I'm going to make the assertion at the start that I think Soundly, or Fraudly as I call them, is passing off forged evidence as real.
Yeah.
I don't believe that it's genuine. And I'll just put it out there right at the beginning so that he feels as though he can speak freely. If I don't do that, he's going to be quite reserved about how he addresses Soundly. Really, we want it to be as sat on the mat as we can. Let's be clear with what we think. Show the evidence that supports it. And now he's got evidence that shows that it's flat as a pancake across punch train. It does not curve. The issue then going to be, well, I mean, don't forget all of these issues. None of them have been about the curvature of the Earth that he's showing in the picture. They've all been about the actual picture itself, because it looks fake. And you think you've done stuff to make it look curved, and it's got consequences of doing it. So that's where I'm at the minute. Pontchartrain looks like it's going to be around for a couple more days at least, but I just think Sandwich works fake as fuck, man. Real bad.
You notice in none of his videos will you draw a line across the horizon of the water versus looking at the bridge. Wonder why that is. That's a clue in itself. If you're going to... Why do they... You know, in none of his Pontchartrain video, you won't see him comparing curvature left to right. It's always going away from you. Why don't they want to compare curvature left to right on the horizon?
Well, you can't really do it, can you?
No, they can't. That's why they got to stay away from it. Sly Sparkane runs from it. Snodley will run from it. Nope, not one globe troll here on YouTube will take curvature left to right when they utilize ocean views or far lengthy water views. They always want you to look straight ahead of you.
What they usually do when they're presented with that particular response, that points to respond to, what they normally do is change the scale of the maths and say, well, 69 miles is only 1 degree, and on that basis, how much do you expect to see?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but if you change the scale to like AU, the distance from the Earth to the Sun, 1 AU is 93 million miles, and you would argue that it's an insignificant amount as well. Don't make it like that. Keep the scale the same and show us where the drop in curvature is over 70 miles, and it's ridiculously high. It's something like 14,000 feet or something stupid like that. I'm going to do that right now, actually.
14,000 feet on 69.7, let's see, a degree is 69.7 miles, right?
I'm just going to check it now. The distance in miles will be 69 miles, and the viewer height in feet will call it, we'll just put it at 1 so that you get, and the hidden height is, 2,600 feet over 69 miles. And they convert that from 2,600 feet to 1 degree. But we don't measure the fallen, the distance drop, or the refracted hidden distance, or whatever bullshit you want to measure it with. We don't measure it in degrees, we measure it in feet. So 69 miles is still 2,600 feet. Change it to 1 degree, and that's how they wiggle out of it. Dodgy bastards. They are.
38,852 feet over 69 miles.
Yeah. But the minute you flip it to 1 degree, which is what Daz the cameraman does, well, how much do you expect to see when it's just 1 degree?
7 point.
Geometric math. It's still 2,600 if you go with that standard refraction that Metabol uses, or 3,062. Based on ignoring refraction.
Yeah, 7.35 miles of curvature over 1 degree. So therefore, in the center of it, it should be approximately a 3.5, 3.6, 3.625 mile high hump. You gonna say
yes? Nope.
Nope. Peak, crown, hump, whatever you want to call it, there ought to be a 3.62. Yeah, 3.62 degree hump, or mile high hump.
Well, on a slightly different note, I've managed to prick Wolfie 6020's ears. I noticed he was doing something on a lighthouse with Jerem.
Yeah.
And I didn't realise that he had a lighthouse right opposite his bay. And I was like, fuck me sideways, that's a really good observation for him to see that there's no curve. So I messaged him and I asked him would he consider doing an observation. Because he's done the observation of the tower and he's shown that band of like atmospheric blocking thing affects what we see. And he claimed, well, he didn't claim it assertively, he kind of claimed it by omission, that it was the curve of the Earth, and it isn't, it's just that atmospheric blocking. I don't exactly know what it is, or how it's caused, but it's something to do with the sun, and the angle of the sun, and the heat from the sun, and stuff like that. It looks effectively like a mirage, but it looks like it's reflected in the sky, over the sea that we're looking at, where the real horizon is, making it look like it's a bit lower than it actually is, but in any event it seems to be blocking what we see. Essentially what I've asked them to do is take two pictures, just two pictures, and the first picture is of that lighthouse. Let's give me one sec.
Flat Earth YouTube watch. Flat Alaska. Ron, I ain't seen Ron in a while. He's poor
Right, I'm
tech.
back. Yeah, Ron, not Roski, but Wolfie. Basically, I said to him, right, all I want you to do is take two pictures. I want you to rule out the effect of the sun and rule out the effect of the tide, because they both play a big role in what we're looking at, but they appear to be based on my own observation. And I said, just go out down to the point where you take the photo, do it at dawn, just before the sun starts really affecting what we see, and do it at low tide, and then do your second picture at high tide, but it must be done at dawn, because that way the sun is negated, you rule the sun out as playing too much of a role. So if you do an observation without sun affecting what we see, and you do it at low tide, then deal with the tide side of it, and then do the same observation but at high tide, overlay the two images, show the before and the after, the low tide and high tide. And if you do it early morning, there ain't going to be any atmospheric effects or minimal atmospheric effects. And the problem is going to be that there is going to be no curvature, based on my own experience, my own observation. So I can confidently call that there won't be any curve. Now, if there is no curve, the onus then falls on him to explain where the curve is, why the curve's not there. And the only way you can go is with magic refraction, like magic bendy light, which is that it's too remote, because the amount of curve that should be there is enough for magic refraction not even to explain it, even if you accept it. But he has to go down the refraction route. The minute he goes down that route, I can discredit him and just basically say that Wolfie shows that there is no curve and there is no valid reason for why there's not. Because I can pull the refraction argument apart, and he's seen the message and he's accepted it, subject to me doing one back, which is fine. I'll do it. It's to do with the sun rising and setting on the equinox, which we both accept is going to do due east, as far as we can accurately measure due east. So I'm fine with that. But he's responded now, and hopefully I'm going to get. It's just two pictures from the same place on the beach, both of them taken at dawn, early morning, and one at low tide, one at high tide. That's it. And there's going to be no curve, no atmospheric blocking. There's going to be nothing, and he's going to have to explain it. And I'm looking forward to it, because it's probably the best way that I can get him, or I can get a ball earther to prove that there's no curve, and he's up for it. So hopefully I'll have a dialogue with Wolfie in the next week or so, and we'll end up doing this imminently. Hopefully, this is really good. The only thing that I'm slightly concerned about is what the effect of the tide is in his area. I don't know what the tides are like over where he lives, but where I get loads of tide problems. So I don't expect them to get many tide problems, because apparently we live in amongst the highest tides in the world by coincidence, right? You get that, but anyway. So hopefully Wolfie's going to do this, and he's going to come back with two photos with his GPS showing where he was, so that they'll be both in the same place, on the coast or on the beach or whatever it is that he's got, showing this lighthouse over the other side of the estuary or whatever it is that he's looking across. One at low tide, one at high tide, both in the morning, and then basically there's not going to be any curve there. So it's going to be cool.
Did you see or hear what I did the other day when I was outside with my Bluetooth speaker, and just coincidentally set it down in a bowl to carry it back in the house? And I noticed something. The light from the Bluetooth speaker was casting a beam of light, actually, straight ahead. Then as I stood up, there was a secondary light. And as I moved left and right, that secondary light followed me, right? So I didn't have a compass is the reason why I didn't videotape it, because I would want compass in it to be proof. If I was a glober, I wouldn't accept it, because where's your compass? Prove you're standing true north, prove you're standing true south, then I'll address your arguments. but as I did it and I stood true north, what I know to be true north, because the canal in my backyard is perfectly north and south according to Google Earth, right? And I was perfectly in line with that because my patio is in perfectly line with that, and I was standing by the edge. So as I was standing facing north with the bowl in front of me, and I stepped from left to right. That would be from west to east in the same direction that the earth spun. That secondary light went counterclockwise around the bowl. Then I went to the other side of the bowl and I stood due south. And this time instead I went from right to left. Once again, if I'm standing south and I go from right to left, I went from west to east, the same direction the earth is to be spinning. This time the secondary light went clockwise.
What?
Yep.
So, what is your interpretation then?
It just proves that stars going in different directions in the different hemispheres just proves what direction you're standing. They all spin from west to east. So there's no proof that the stars prove that you're on a globe due to counter rotations in the northern hemisphere. All it is a clear indication. If you need to figure out which way you're standing, just look at the stars at night. If you can observe the star trails over time and remember where they was located before, you can make a determination whether you're going north or south. From there, you can make a determination if you need to go east or west.
The problem with that though is that the stars move every night by almost 1 degree.
They move. Well, no, I'm just saying the direction they move. They can be moved. Yeah. It doesn't prove you're on a round globe. It just proves what direction you're standing.
Flat Earth's taking this to Flat Earth says he's taking Flat Earth to the streets of the town. I hope you recall some of that, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he is. He's the one putting up the Flat Earth banners. He had a heck of a good hangout the other day. I didn't realize that was him. Let me mod him up. I didn't realize that was him. He did a real nice hangout where I believe he was in North London. And right outside of on a major intersection that had subway traffic coming to it, bus traffic. He was in a prime location. Let me see, click his channel, that ought to tell me for sure. Go to channel, right click, open in a new tab. Videos. 40. Upload. Does he got a different channel? The uploads ain't matching. Chickens. That looks like his face there, though, my son. Does he got a different channel that he's putting the Flat Earth videos on? Moon and Sun and my crew. No foul talking. Flat Earth Watermelon. My last video. Let's see. Flat Earth Miles to Play. Storm. I'm already into a week ago videos, and I know it was just a couple days ago I watched that hangout where they was going to the streets. I don't know, maybe I got the wrong person. That sure looks like him, though. I'm pretty sure. On my son did not like being on the video. Raccoon's getting rowdy. He's wanting out of his cage, but he's gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait there, Rakin. By the time I get you out, it'll be time to put you away, and you won't have to upset you. Surprised there ain't been no trolls in text yet. That's funny. You got the thumbs down, so you know they've been here.
Oh, I bet yet. Or certainly the English trolls are not out of bed yet. I mean, why are you still up? What time is it for you? About 5 a.m.?
No, it's 9 minutes till 7. And I gotta be out the door by 8:30, so I got an hour and a half to go. Gotta be at the hospital by 9. For a pulmonary lung rehab deal. My roommate brought a coon to cook. That's sick. Cooking a coon. I can't really say that. I'm a meat eater too. Meat's meat when you're hungry enough. Hillbilly Heaven, can I have your attention for a moment? You got it. You got it, Turbo. Turbo Teabag. So why not point out where why south? So why not point anywhere or why south? I don't know. If you guys got any sort of like laser light, and I was using a silver stainless steel bowl that got that reflection. And I don't know if you'd really call this blue light emitted by a Bluetooth speaker a laser light, but boy, it sure seemed to project the one light that shoots out with the blue light in a straight line. And it wasn't until I stood up did I see the reflection of it. So I was actually seeing where it was pinpointed, and as I moved back and forth left to right, the main one did not move. It was only the reflection after I stood up that moved when I went from left to right. So I want to get that videotaped. I need to get me a little compass. If you activate slow chat, you only affect those without wrenches. Oh, cool. Yeah. Trolls won't have a chance. Cool. I've seen that before too.
I activate slow chat. If it's a contentious chat, I'll activate slow chat because it does. It stops them from going tick, 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 tick.
Alright, let me remember how to do that. Let's see, Flat Earth, where's my dashboard? Right here. I think it's under Advanced Settings. Can I hit Advanced Settings while I'm live? Good call, Turbo. Good call. You city slickers need to wise me up on this shit. Let's see. Enable slow mode. There we go. Enable live chat. Enable slow mode. Limit chat post to every 60 seconds per person. Boy, that seems too long.
Do it to about 5 or 6 seconds. It allows people that are not trolling to be able to respond, and it makes them wait. That 6 seconds is really long when you want to do 6, 6, 6, 6, 6.
Yeah. Let's see. Backspace. Automatically block spammers. Woo, doggy. All right. There we go. Thank you, Mr. Turbo, or as days gone by, save changes. Now, somebody type and see if you can type faster than every 6 seconds. Or we'd probably have to refresh your chat, wouldn't you? Slow mode is on. Send a message every 6 seconds. Every 6 seconds, just a hair too long, ain't it? 4 seconds? I don't know.
6 is good because it stops. It just stops at 6. It gives mod admin guys the chance to just block that person. But I noticed the block wasn't working very well the other day. It wasn't, anyone got used, it wasn't working very well. I don't know if it was in this chat or someone else's, but they were blocking user A and he was still commenting. I was like, what?
There, took another trick away from them. Boy, I love eliminating these tricks one at a time, even though I had to be clued up on how to do it. But nobody was born with knowledge. Everybody had to learn it. And there, I just learned something. I was wondering why in some rooms I got that slow mode message down there where it says say something, then parentheses, slow mode is on.
Yeah, it's really useful if you know it's going to be a contentious hangout because there's something interesting going on in it.
Why'd you take you so long to get that information to me there? You should have smacked me upside the head a long time ago there, days gone by. Billy, fix your sound, dude. I'm having audio issues. I don't know what the hell the problem is. I'm getting it fixed when I get a little bit of money, buddy. I get a little bit of money, I'll get her fixed. If you want her fixed today, consider donating a little bit, because I ain't going to have money for a week and a half. I don't get my check for until next week, not this week just starting. I don't get my pension check until next week. Having a problem with Ethan and Marla there. Getting the money here in an expeditious manner anyways. Sometimes need to relax. Everybody needs to relax from time to time. Not much thinking, more smoking. Now, I like smoking. I can zone in. Good morning, Wendy Blanks. You sound great on my end. There you go. That's the problem. Some people say I sound bad, and some people I sound good. I think it's only the slow connections that get that. Gosh darn it, there went my color on the screen again. Monitor stays on for a while, then everything turns yellow. 20 years, it's about time to take a shit, ain't it? Had that monitor for 20 years. come 2019, I had it 20 years. 1999 on an operating system of Windows 98 second edition. What are you? Yeah, so old Sly, man, did you are you gonna watch his re-debunking video?
No. I don't think you can re-debunk it when you've been debunked yourself, can you?
Yeah. Well, you know, just like on on his video where he debunks the eclipse and tries to say the problems on my end. I noticed that when I zoom in of the actual eclipse going on YouTube, his Earth stopped spinning. I gave it the credit of the doubt that it was a YouTube glitch, maybe or something, to the point where I downloaded it and looked at it frame by frame. Now, when I download it and look at it frame by frame, it's no glitch. He intentionally made the Earth stop spinning. His syzygy line on his, as the moon's coming around the Earth, his syzygy line has to bend to the east when it's on the left side of the planet, and then bend to the west when it's on the east side of the planet. Have you ever seen a shadow bend?
Oh.
Did you get my message yet about Pancho and his neighbor? Cool. Got it, Benny.
I'm just checking in chat and saying that I'm echoing. Can someone just tell me if I'm echoing?
I doubt it. I'm pretty sure I got that all licked. Now the only thing people have to complain about is Mrs. Hillbilly's oxygen machine, and as far as that goes, just keep on complaining because I ain't turning it off.
You know, turn the sensitivity of your mic down a little bit.
Well, when I turn it down, it seems like people can pull the mic away from me. You know, if trolls come in, they'll have a more dominant mic. I'm talking, and the algorithm of the Hangout will automatically take focus to them, not me. Like I said, I'll have my audio issue fixed just as soon as I get a little bit of money. People are going to have to be patient. At least now I know what to do.
Let me go over to Sly's channel. Let's see how long this video is.
Yep.
I may go and watch this and then come back to you.
It's 50-some minutes. I already looked at it. 50-some minutes, like 52 or something. I already looked at it, but I didn't watch it yet. Not that I'm going to watch it. Like you said, his arrogance makes his voice hard to handle sometimes, knowing he's arrogant.
I'm just watching that. 54 minutes of just bullshit.
Yeah. Well, he's got to pat himself on the back for 52.5 minutes, right?
Yeah. And the rest of it's changing the facts and then making an argument up with changing the facts.
Wendy Banks hasn't heard anybody speak yet. You can't, Wendy Blank, you cannot hear Anthony Riley? I haven't heard him speak yet. I'm listening. OBS can be very freaky when it comes to desktop sound and mic. I hear it now.
Wendy, you should be able to hear me because I'm firing through a strong thing here, so I might have been on mute or.
According to what I see on OBS, you're being broadcast audio.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to give XSplit one try, people. Has anybody ever tried XSplit?
Vincent, are you hearing me echo? Like Alaska saying I'm echoing, but somebody else will know I'm not.
That's the problem. I fix it for one person and create a problem for another person, so I'm not messing with my audio until I get my external stuff that I want.
Hillbilly, the microphone that you use, is it a 3.5mm jack or is it a USB mic?
No, right now I'm on the built-in, up here on the monitor, the built-in mic, due to I finally figured out how to channel everything through the proper thing, and when I do that, it doesn't recognize my 3.5 jacks. That's why I'm going to USB, and when I do that, there's a USB 3 adapter to where you can plug a 3.5 jack in it. All the tutorials I watch, that's a quick, cheap fix, because you can get them on eBay for less than $4, free shipping. Now, so I just need is $4 expendable. Oh, you people help me out on the audio issue. Consider going to PayPal and donating $1 or $2. Then I'll get it fixed. Other than that, wait until next Wednesday. Well, you have to wait longer than that because that's when I get my check. Not this coming Wednesday, but the following Wednesday. Then I'll have my own money to address the issue.
Have you seen Captain Bullshit's video about you dismissing Judge Isa?
About me dismissing what?
Captain Bullshit's done a bit of parody video about you dismissing Judge Isa, or Judge Isa, I don't know how you pronounce it.
I care less what the
I'm sure it's Tim Osmond in disguise. It is quite funny actually. He's done one about me in the hot tub. I laugh.
Yeah. He knows exactly. Isa knows I'm right. Come in and try to play it off the next day. Hey, I must have missed something last night. I hope everything's cool. You didn't miss shit because I was drawing your attention by specifically spelling out your name. The red font when your name's when you're the host, I'm sure we all seen it before. When somebody puts your name out there, it's highlighted in orange in text. He addressed it. He addressed it, but he didn't address the problem. So he didn't miss nothing. He permitted that to happen. Then he talks about his first days on YouTube. I was his first days. The amount of slack that this channel caught because I repetitively let him come on and have free reign and is talking, and he kept on dropping F-bomb after F-bomb after F-bomb after F-bomb. The majority of my followers are spiritual. They didn't want to hear that. And I took a little bit to ask him to curb it, and finally it did. All the amount of slack I caught over him, but yet I still stood up for his right to get his message out, but not be attacked. Why did he allow me to be attacked by the trolls? I mean, if they wanted to attack a point, that's one thing. But they can't attack the point, so they make the ad hominem fallacy, the personal attacks. That's wrong. Isa had the ability to do that. when a troll would say something even derogatory, not even directed towards me, but another flat earther, something that rightfully needed to be banned. He's got trolls wrenched up there. Just as quick as somebody would block them or ban them, the troll would unblock them, unban them. The only person that should override one mod's decision is the hosts themselves. No mod should override another mod's decision. You can take it to the host's attention, like I did when UHub was just, UHub will just block anybody that he can detect as a Globe believer, even when they're respectful, like Mr. Anderson. Just make a statement that may represent that you're pro-Globe, even though it's done respectful. Boom. Well, I think that's wrong. On that behalf, I walk like you. You got to give them that chance. Maybe today's their first day in the flat earth argument, whatever. Address the mentality, not the belief, when you utilize your wrench as a mod. When we ban them instantly just because they become or make a pro-Globe statement, but politely done, we are no better than the trolls.
Yeah.
Yep. You got something you can talk to yourself about for a couple minutes while I go out and smoke?
I guess so.
Alright.
I'm just responding to Wolfie.
Let's
See
see.
like a dialogue with him. So yeah, you can do your shit. I'll see you shortly.
If you need to do a screen share, go ahead, but try not to share the link.
Yeah, no worries.
Alright.
No worries.
I'll be right back in about 4 or 5 minutes.
Gotcha.
Let me mute my mic so you I know that part's over with. Alright.
I'm just dealing with Wolfie at the minute, so I'm gonna go silent for a sec. As per my own videos from the room, I'll watch a current video. Maybe all I need. My next question is: do you not understand the angle of sunset at 270 all over Earth and that day kills flat Earth? It's absolutely impossible. Right. With regards to your question, bear with me while I do this. Do you know? With regards to your question, do you not understand this angle of observation all over the Earth on that day kills flat Earth? Yes, I understand the claim, but would you accept that a, quote, logical and reasonable explanation with illustrations to clearly explain my point would be more than sufficient, given that FE does not have a budget of 50 million US dollars per day. We are kinda limited in how we can produce a, quote, working model. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this video of mine explaining this exact point to Kara, but it does go a little more in depth. Sly Sparkane came to Kara's rescue like a knight in shining armor, but I am still waiting for him to show how I am wrong. He refuses to do so on the grounds that I myself did not speak the words of the explanation, which I find unacceptable. Maybe you could carry his torch for him and do the same. I explained it perfectly, and I do not think you would be able to show any mistake on my behalf. Please be my guest. Now, essentially, armor. How do you spell armor? It's coming up as a typo. Armour. Yes, A-R-M-O-U-R. Oh, it must be because it's an Americanism thing. Right, so let's go back to it. Yeah, that's right. Right, that's it. So, okay, now I can pay attention. So what? Let's just see. Let's go back to the chat. Good times for all. How are you doing, sir? Do you want to come in for a chat, Zach? I can send you. I'm sure Hillbilly won't mind me sending you a link over. I'll send you a link over on Skype. Who is this victim? Oh, it's what's his name? Wolfie6020. He's on the radar at the minute because he's asked me. I've asked him, will he do something about 2 weeks ago? Had he have got back to me maybe a week ago. Had he got back to me a week ago, I wouldn't have picked on Soundly, but he's now just got back to me and I'm pretty much finished for Soundly, so I can give him a good bit of attention now. Zach, there's your link to join if you want to join. It's in the Skype window. You have a good patience to hang with Hillbilly. Mick. On a plane says Mick. Who's Mick? Rain of Fire. High on a plane. Good ear, mate. How's you? On a plane, just got up. Do you know it's glorious weather here? In the UK right now, it's at least 25, 26 degrees. No, it's got to be warmer than that. It's probably say 28, 29. It's lovely. I've not even got dressed today. I'm off. Today's my day off. Don't really have to do anything today. It's so hot. I'm just sat here, literally underwear with the fan on. Rain of Fire is Mick. Okay. And it's just a glorious, glorious day. Clear blue skies. Not a single contrail anywhere, or chemtrail. So where is everybody from then in chat? Let's go through and see how many people are paying attention. Participants list. Right, so Flat Earth, Alaska. I know where Zach's from. Hillbillies in Ohio. Horse wearing people costume. Where are you from? Marku Kainanen. Kainanen? You sounds like you're Swedish, maybe, or German. On a plane, where are you from? Rain of Fire. Where are you from? I am from the northwest of England. I live right near a city called Liverpool. And Liverpool is most well known for its beetles. Also, Marku, Finnish. I was close with Sweden. Next door. So Finnish. Helsinki is the capital, right? Is it? Sweden, Norway, Sweden, Finland. So Norway was Oslo. Sweden is Finland. Oh, I'm just trying to remember which way around they go. There's Helsinki, Oslo. I can't remember the other one. Which is the other one? Finland is Helsinki. Sweden is... I'm going to have to look these up. I used to know these. So, capital of Norway is Oslo. Finland is Helsinki. Stockholm, that's the other one. Stockholm. Yes, Marku, Stockholm is right. From Wallasey, living in Glasgow. Whereabouts in Wallasey are you from? Because Wallasey is an interesting place. It's kind of like plastic Scousers, but there's some really cool places to live in Wallasey. I wouldn't mind living in Wallasey, particularly in Hoylake, because it's quite nice in summer. Oslo, Stockholm, Helsinki. Yeah, Finland was Helsinki. Norway, Sweden, Finland. I'm just trying to remember which way around it was. Sweden is Stockholm. Norway is Oslo. Finland is Helsinki. Right. On it. Oh yeah. It's nice. Wallasey is quite a nice area. I quite like it actually. Oh bollocks! I've just sent the wrong link to Zach. Right, try that, Zach. That should work. Okay, so my dog, you've been a good boy. My dog ruptured his anterior cruciate ligament on his rear leg. And so anyone that doesn't know what that is, it's where the top part of the what we would call the top leg and the bottom leg on your leg, the femur, separates from the bottom part of his leg, because the cruciate ligament had snapped. So he basically had a useless limb. And now 12 months ago we did this, and he went in, got it fixed, and it was like $2,000 worth of an operation. And the vet said to us, whatever you do, don't stop paying for the insurance, because he's probably going to do his other leg within 12 months, literally to the week. 12 months later, he'd done it. So he's done. Last summer, he was crook, because it takes about 7 weeks for him to recover fully. Last summer, he was crook all summer. This summer, he's crook all summer because he had the operation on Friday. $2,500 again. Thank God I didn't. Thank God I had insurance.
Hola. Just getting back, catching up on some of the texts. Kind of funny here, the horse-wearing people's costume will divert the argument. He wants to put you in a hot tub. The claim is made by flat earthers, water at rest, undisturbed. Water in a hot tub is disturbed. It's not at rest. Willful ignorance. Look, they got to change the parameters, move the goalpost. Why don't you address that one there? Horse-wearing people's costumes prove water at rest curves. You can't do it. It doesn't. The shape of the container does not matter. The size of the container does not matter. Water in your kitchen sink can only at rest, and you take a straight edge all the way across it. That straight edge will perfectly meet the water surface as long as you put the straight edge down flat and level. When you do that in your bathtub, flat and level straight edge will meet the water surface at rest each and every time all the way across it. Water in a Olympic-sized swimming pool, it will also do the same thing. So therefore, the size and the length of the container does not matter. Now, go get a profile pics of the Great Lakes. Once again, the size of the container, hence the lake, does not matter. Water at rest measures flat. Oroville Dam had a conversion by controlling the water level precisely and never letting it fluctuate by means of 9 feet up or down from the comfort zone. They had to leave enough water go through the spillway to still produce power, but keep the water level below the stress point where it was breaching. That is a controlled situation, and that water all the way across Oroville Reservoir was flat and level.
Don't do that. Please. Sorry. He's trying to lick his wound. Did I interrupt then?
No, you're cool. Who else we got in here?
Hillbilly, have you met Zach? Good Times for All.
Can't say I have.
You know the guy who was talking about, he's the one that does the warehouse experiments?
He done the what?
The warehouse experiments. He did took a camera at different levels or different distances back from a picture that was stuck on the side of a box showing a skyline, and the further back he went, an artificial horizon began to arise. It was an explanation for why a horizon can appear from nowhere when you're looking very, very flat. You must know Good Times for All. Everyone knows him. Just say yes. Zach, you're dead quiet though. Hillbilly, can you turn him up a little bit?
No, not on this. He has to turn himself up.
How's that? Is that any better?
It's quiet. It's probably a 4 out of 10.
Sounds like he's giving you an echo though.
Yeah, he always connects on the phone. He hasn't got a big deal.
He ain't got earbuds to put in his phone?
Well, I'll do a mic check, Zach. Let's see if we can hear you.
Check 1, check.
No, you're dead quiet, man.
Hold on.
We always have this problem with Zach. Once he gets it sorted, he's fine. Oh, I'm hearing myself.
Yeah, he's giving us feedback. He must have his watch page going. Or no, he doesn't have headset on because we're hearing our own feedback live.
You there, Zach? We can hear you, Fibbin. Reign of Fire. It's a West Island Terrier, like the dogs on the Caesar advert, if you're familiar. They're prone for it, apparently. It's the one downside of these dogs. And they are so good in so many other ways in terms of being a pet. We can hear you. Go on, do that again. Still sounds like a dog's dinner, Zach.
Yeah, now he sounds distorted.
This always happens for some reason.
Oh, that sounds better. It doesn't. It sounds terrible. It sounds like you're underwater.
Yeah.
It's actually inaudible. It's actually inaudible.
Yeah, I can't make out nothing he's saying.
I wish he'd just go get himself a cheap laptop and a little USB mic. And Zach's got loads of money. Where's his ball? I'm sure he lives rent free. If not rent free, it's really cheap. He's got loads of money. Go get yourself a cheap laptop with a fresh version of Windows on it. Plug in a USB mic. You'd be laughing. The quality of your hangouts would be so much better.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I don't know if Zach wants to play around with his mic for a minute while I go. I'm going to go myself a quick brew. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. So Zach, if you want to play with your mic and see if you can get it working, if not, you better step in on me because it's shit at the minute. No offense.
Horse-wearing people's costumes. You won't address water at rest. That's a clue. Now you're trying to bring in drama. That's not permitted, Jim Panda. All right? You see, your spamming method's been taken away from you to the point where you got to be polite. Well, drama is not permitted neither. Yep, so much for him. When you put Yvette's name in text, you're just trying to stir up drama. Another one for the list, Chris the Truth Seeker says. Yeah, you think, how's he making videos if he's just on a cell phone now? Maybe his earbuds got a short in it or something. Oh, Shillbilly. Shillbilly, is that the best you got to come off with childish name calling? What was the key word there? Childish. Something I expected my kids to do when they was 6 years old. Been very disappointed as a parent if I seen them at the age of 16 years old still doing it. Only wondering where I went wrong as a parent, not where the kid went wrong. So, Scholes, I can only assume your parents disappointed you, and you must be a disappointment to your parents. And you can't spam no more neither. One statement per word or per troll name. One statement per troll name. That slowed them way down. Thanks for the hits, though, idiots. You're forgetting to hit the thumbs down, morons. You went through the hassle of changing your name. At least hit the thumbs down. Jesus Christ, you're idiots. Had to be told how to be a proper troll. Once again, if you're new to Flat Earth, please pay attention to the text here on that's being displayed, and it goes to show the mentality of those who claim they have a positive claim. Positive claims are provable by trying to disprove them. Note the jackasses ain't doing that. They're showing their childish ass. At least we know it's more than one of them now. They got 2 trolls, maybe 3, doing a little circle jerk. That's all they got, is their little circle jerk and their little gay fest. You notice those did start though when you was talking about the video of Tim Osmond where he did a hit piece on me, which is sort of disappointing that it took him so long to do one on me, being a troll that he is, since I bitch slapped him, taking his tricks away from him.
You know what's in?
Yeah, I knew it was coming, because once you start taking their tricks away from them, derogatory videos is the only thing you can't control. I could control the thumbs up and thumbs down by simply turning them off. But if I turn them off, hell, they're liable to stop trolling, and I need their view counts until I get up to 10,000.
Well, Tim warned me because one of my mods, it wasn't me personally, but somebody blocked him on the channel, on my channel.
Yeah.
They had about me to do it. Without even, rather than say, hey, what's going on here? We were chatting last week. Why have you blocked me? Rather than do that privately, he had about me. And I was like, what? And I just thought, back off. He was falling out with me at the moment, Tim. To be honest, he was straight falling out with me.
I need to unwrench political hillbilly so people can't see who's blocking them, though, don't I?
It doesn't matter, fuck them.
Well, that was the whole purpose of bringing 2 names in here. Political hillbilly, so I could do text without it, and then I went and modded it up. That was silly. Let me unmod myself. Political. Oh, I gotta type something, don't I?
Does that get his microphone started? Zach, you got a mic up and see if it's working? No, I guess it's working. Oh, hang on.
There. Now they won't be able to see it. Now they won't be able to see who's banned them. Charging my Bluetooth now. Ain't supposed to wait until you need it to charge it. Before I say that, I better make sure mine's charged. Yep.
Power on.
Power on. Yep.
Power off.
I'm back. There's a leaflet guy with the dogs just obviously with his sore leg. Just trying to run him down the stairs, but he's not hard to run down the stairs for at least 3 weeks. Just sleep a week. Zach, just go get your cheap laptop, a USB mic, put a fresh version of Windows on it. You'll be laughing.
Yeah.
Honestly, your life would be so much improved.
Or a cheap tablet.
Yeah, but USB mics in it are must really, I think.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm going to do to fix my audio problems, audio issues. At least I hope. Somebody let me know if I'm on the right path before I go spend the money when I get the money. Let's see, but even though it's only $4, let me do that.
I mean, for $4, it's worth testing it and trying it and see if it improves it, because you only lost $4. But
Yeah, it's cheap
to
as
be honest,
well.
I would encourage a dedicated USB microphone, because they're generally way better than the stock ones that are built into stuff. Because they usually have angled sensors on them, so that they pick up just your voice. They don't pick up everything in the background, which is what's happening right now. It's picking up a 360 or maybe 180 degree noise rather than just your voice.
Yeah. Well, for a couple of months, I could actually move the machine away from me. We got to leave the oxygen machine centrally located. That only gives me 2 spots in the house, and the other side of the spot is by the wall furnace. Well, when we came home in January, we definitely needed our furnace, so that's why it got put up over here. But for a couple more months until we actually need the furnace, to put it over there. But then again, I'd hate for a cold snap to come around and I not be home and she be here and the furnace kick on.
Just, I noticed what was happening in chat there while I was doing the dog thing. I noticed that Index Media was in, done 3 comments and got banned. Infinite Dodo Society was in and got banned. 2 comments. Your bench is just as useless as you 4 was banned. And then the same thing for number 3 was banned. I noticed that they only managed to spam it twice before they got banned instead of doing it like 7 or 8 times.
Yeah.
It just gives us a chance to respond to it.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys.
And then they just get bored then because they can't do it quick and it pisses them off. So that slow being enabled is a good thing. Coffee.
Okay.
Hey. Come on. No, seriously considering buying one of those big recreational vehicles, you know, those big RVs.
Yeah.
I live in one of them. Just get off the grid completely. Solar panel up the roof. Let's be honest, there's only me and the missus, like, so it's like we don't even need the whole house. We just need a decent sized bedroom, bathroom, a living room, and then a set of wheels. I'm really considering doing it. I want to get in touch with Rich, Drive and Survive, because he's recently done something very similar. But I'm going to email him right now.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, awesome. I just charged this a little bit. It's probably going to run out in like 5-10 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and finish charging it.
Cool.
And yeah, I don't know why this won't work. This is weird. Okay.
That's
I'll be
definitely
back on in, I don't know, 10 minutes or so.
that's definitely your fix, though. That's definitely your fix, though. That's what you need.
Yeah, the wireless one works a lot better. I had trouble with this one though when I went and bought a new wired one. I was having so much trouble with this before. I don't know. I need to get all kinds of new stuff. Yeah, I'll be back on in a couple minutes.
Cool. Alright, see you. He's a cool guy, and you should check some of his videos out. His videos are really good. I'm sure you'll see his videos when you see them.
This is what I was going to do to try to fix my audio. Just get one of these USB adapters, and it's a USB 3, so that's the higher definition, and it does say high definition. I just wanted to scroll down so my personal information wasn't showed. If I went up here, it does say high definition.
Can I give you a bit of feedback before? And it's only $3, so it's not as if it's a load of money.
Yeah.
But what you're doing now is you're making an analog signal into a digital signal through the USB.
Yeah.
But you're still using the weak link, which is the 3.5mm connection, because they're not that good. Because they're a physical connection rather than an electronic one. It's just another point for it to be, because all the time like the wires just generally start to create noise and disturbance and shit that you really don't want.
Yeah.
It might be better. I mean, just as an alternative, I'll drop you a link in side chat to consider this as an alternative, and it'll be so much better for you. Just whether or not you can afford the money, but let me get you a link.
Well, Mr. Anderson, or not Mr. Anderson, he's the one that provided the funds. If I could get those funds, I would have it. For some reason, I'm having a hard time receiving them.
I mean, if I put this in the side chat, you should see it in the side chat, right?
Yeah.
Just you open up that link on your screen so I can watch you do it.
Okay.
Obviously, this is on eBay.co.uk. Obviously, it's no good for you, but you can get the exact same microphone for about the same in dollars. But they advertise it as a Blue Yeti killer. I'll be honest with you, it isn't really a Blue Yeti killer. It's not as good as the Yeti, but for the value for money's sake of it, it's like a quarter of the price, 25% of the price. But it's not that far behind it in sound. It would make a big difference to you in terms of the sound, the way you sound. Because it's small enough to hold, but it's also big enough to freestand on its own. I would suggest definitely considering that rather than the way you're doing it, because the $4 that you buy that you put towards that, it's kind of, you're kind of like 25% of the way there. It's a much better quality microphone as well, with it being a direct USB connection. You've done away with the analog version. Does that not work then?
I didn't seem to. No, or here, is this it? $28, yeah.
Yeah, $28. You can get them for similar kind of money, but they're really good. They're very good quality. I mean, they're not. I would say that they're the top end of the medium quality microphones. They're not in the high quality microphones, but they're like shed loads better than what you're using in a minute, because that background noise would go.
You think this will cancel out background noise?
Well, it makes your voice sound deeper and got more tone in your voice, so it has a wider frequency of noise that it'll pick up. The sound replication is a lot better. It's just it is just a better microphone for what you for what we're doing. I mean, I use it when I'm on the move because it's dead small and like cute. It's mobile. When I'm at home, I use the Blue Yeti on a proper mic stand. But it's definitely good enough to consider. It's cheap. It's good money. It's good value for money. For the sound that you actually get out of it is probably better than whatever the analog microphone that you want to plug into the USB stick. Probably going to be better.
See if I can find.
I mean, you can buy that if you look for that exact same thing, but on eBay.com, you'll find it probably better priced. You should pay about $32 for it. You can find it for about $32. So some people charge $40, some people charge $25, $30. It's about $32. Go down W.
Searching for American price and.
I'd recommend it. It's a low price. It's not a budget microphone. It's better than budget, and it's definitely better than built-in. It's not quite. They advertise it as the Blue Yeti killer, but it's really not a Blue Yeti killer in my experience. But it's not far behind it, and for the value for money, it's a no-brainer. Have you ever spoke with Ranty Rant?
Have I ever what?
Spoke with Ranty Rant.
Yeah. He's been down here a couple times.
Yeah, he uses one. I bought him one because he didn't have a microphone. So I bought him one and said, right, plug that in, it'll work. And he plugged it in, it worked straight away, didn't need any drivers or nothing. and he uses it all the time, and it's really good. And he was a Skypeist, he didn't like using Skype, but he's on it every day now. Honestly, he uses it all the time because you can screen share and you can do loads of things with Skype, and he didn't use it, but he definitely uses it now.
I don't mind Skype. I mean, sometimes it could be a resource hog when they got when they do an update and then they have an issue they need to fix in their update. It can be a real resource hog.
Yeah. It's good for sharing information when you're online, because you can screen share on Hangouts, but you can also screen share in Skype.
Yeah.
Although for some reason, my new version of Skype, it doesn't let me screen share anymore for some reason.
Okay.
Probably updating it doesn't do my screen share anymore, so I need to work out why that is.
Pretty sure I just found the same mic in American dollars, $22.99, free shipping, best offer.
Yeah. Honestly, if you can afford a little bit extra, it'll give you a lot more better sound, because what it'll do is it'll allow you to put well, you can move around with it. You can put a USB extension lead on, you can walk around the house with it, and it's as if you're not even moving. But it's got a direct connection that is USB. It's not converting analog into digital. It's directly digital, which is better. It's just a better setup for you. More versatile as well, because you can carry it on the road if you take your laptop with you. You can broadcast on the road, and it is just a better sound for us all. We'll hear your voice easier, and the background noise will be less.
Yep. Maybe this ain't the right one, because this shows a 3.5 jack on the end.
Yeah, you want to try and move away from that one if you can.
Yeah.
You want the USB one?
Here's a professional USB microphone lollipop phone microphone that's digital, $10 or $11, but from Hong Kong. I refuse to do that, even though it's manufactured in Hong Kong. All of them are. The reason why I refuse to do that is because they give you a delivery date of a window of 2 months. China and Hong Kong and Japan, anywhere from first of next month to September 27th. Well, hell, that's a 60-day window, damn near.
Yeah, that's no good. You can get it off Amazon for buttons. If you look on the Amazon, do the search on Amazon, it's buttons. I just realised as well, I've ordered some off eBay and not received it yet, and it was ages ago.
Yeah.
I'll have a quick look on there and see what's going on with it.
It was probably one China or Hong Kong deals. I used to use eBay a lot, like, I don't know, 10 years ago, and I just stopped using it.
Yeah, you should be getting stuff cheaper on eBay, but we're not getting it cheaper, are we?
No.
Because of the eBay cost.
Overstock seemed to be a halfway decent site anymore. I just went there for the first time the other day, and it seems like their prices were a little bit cheaper than eBay, because I did the raccoon trashed my keyboard. He jumped from my shoulder to the desktop and didn't quite catch it, and his claws must have got right under the J key and allowed him to rip the M key off. Well, I can't hardly use my M key anymore, so I did get a keyboard. I'm just going to do a USB keyboard instead of replacing this, because first of all, I have to reach up here all the way up there versus having it down here on my slide out drawer to where it's more comfortable to type. And the keyboard's got backlighting on it, so now I don't have to worry about a light at nighttime to type. Kill two birds with one stone due to a raccoon trashing my M key. I thought, you know, I've had keys come off of keyboards before, and normally they'll snap right back on. This one will not snap back on properly. Right now it's sitting on my thing on an angle. The left side's a heck of a lot higher than the right side, and if I want the M to work, I mean, I gotta literally pound it. Sometimes it still won't come through. Other times it'll make 2 or 3 M's. So any word that I type with M in it, I gotta spell check it before I enter it.
Yeah. I just realised that I've slipped up with this thing I was looking for on eBay. It's coming from bloody China. It's only here in about a week.
Yeah, from China.
I don't need it actually. It's not something that I need. It's something that I just want, so I can afford to wait for it. I'm not panicking.
Yeah.
But I just slipped up there, not noticing it.
I wish I had the expendable money right now because I'd definitely get on it. There's some of these I'm seeing, if I was to order it today, I'd have it by Friday. And I want my audio fixed just as bad as people out there listening.
Yeah, I bought a P900. I was waiting for the P950 coming out, but I couldn't wait till one to one. So I bought the P900 and I bought like a little battery charger, like a portable one that you can plug into a USB port, and the car's got USB in it, so it's like I could charge a battery while I'm on the run. But then I saw a dual battery charger that charges 2 batteries at once rather than just one, which I thought was well quicker, way better. And it comes with 2 batteries as well. So I thought, I'll have that for 20 quid, that'll do nicely. But what I've done is, rather than having it on my desk and in the way, I've mounted it off, like, sticky pads and stuck it on the wall, right behind the screen, so it's like off the desk and it's out the way and it looks fab. But I want my portable charger so I can do it on the run. Really, I've got this like other charger so I can wall mount it, and then it'll do both batteries or 2 batteries at once on the wall, out the way, and I can have my portable charger that I can carry in the car. And that's just perfect. Such a good setup for me.
Just wonder what the conversion rate is. Around in the United States, that'd be $500. So what would that be? About 425 euros, something like that.
Yeah, it's about £400 as well, yeah, so it's £425 roughly.
Yeah.
Which is about what I paid for it, and I didn't really want to pay so much when the new one was coming out, but then I realised that the new one was going to be more than £1,000, and I thought, I'm not spending £1,000 on a camera that all I need it for, all I want it for is to prove no curve.
Well, you know, that's why I said about I'm not going to spend the money to go out and rent the equipment to prove sea level measures flat, knowing that the idiots will just call me a liar on the video. To do it and buy all the staking that you need and rental of the equipment, you're looking at like $300 or $400 just to do it. And I'm not spending $300 or $400, even when I had the money before Mrs. Hillbilly got sick, because last fall, last summer, money wasn't an issue to me. It wasn't until January 3rd my world got turned upside down overnight. Wow, I see one that I'd definitely like to have right here. Mic mute. Yeah, I just found one that I really like to have. It's a USB 3. Got an inline mute button. Got a inline feedback. If you want to, you could hook up a headset, but I cannot stand to hear myself. I can't talk and hear myself talk back in my own ear at the same time. It's distracting. Why so?
It's quite simple. It's good if you're doing, like if you're doing voiceovers on a video, you can hear how loud you are in relation to the rest of the music that's going through. It's good for that, or it's good if you're playing on games and you don't want to be that loud that you're deafening everybody else, but everybody else is at the right volume.
Yeah. Yeah, I could get this one by Friday too. Where's it being shipped from? Normally when it says where items located at, it gives them more specific. This just says in the United States, but it does say it'd be here Friday. Oh well. Quit dreaming, hillbilly. Your buddy doesn't hurry up and make it back, I won't have to end the broadcast before he gets back. Another half hour, I gotta end this.
What did you say? Did you say you're going?
Hospital. She's got a pulmonary rehab every Monday and Friday, so every Monday and Friday is a guaranteed trip. Then when she got Cutadone Clinic to have her blood thinner, her blood tested for her blood thinners, that's 3 times a week we got to go to the hospital. She's doing pulmonary rehab, 36 visits, and we only got what? I think about 9 of them out of the way. So we got for the next 2 months yet. And they don't seem to be helping, so she's not too interested in continuing them. So
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah,
I just heard him, so I just popped it in. It wasn't fully charged, but it should last.
So you made some pretty good videos, Antonio, or Anthony said.
I do alright. I'm not so worried about the quality of them, just more or less the content.
Yeah.
I can't stand. I'm doing it all from the cell phone, so video editing is a pain.
I bet.
It's one of the scourges of my life. So I tried doing it at first and tried really putting a lot of time and effort into it, but the quality never came out really all that well. So I pretty much shoot from my phone mostly, and then I just take pictures with my camera and I'll throw them in there once in a while. I mostly do experiments. The content's trying to come up with new ways to just to figure out what we're seeing, how we see things.
This video is really good. If you haven't subscribed to him, I think everybody in chat should definitely subscribe because his video contents are really good. I always use one of them. One of them in particular is relevant to what I always do. So I always try to do long distance observations with P900 like most people with P900s do. And there's one particular one that I always like quote.
The diffraction?
No, the one with the horizon that rises up.
Yeah, that's diffraction. That's what I call it.
Yeah, I don't know whether that's a camera setting or whether it's some kind of mini mirage or something. I don't know what causes it, but I just know that it's weird. It's weird.
Yeah, what I've been finding is whenever you zoom in, it decreases the size of your aperture. And this will cause all kinds of optical illusions in the lens even. Once you get to 0.02 degrees,
hillbilly. Sorry, just one sec, Zach. Just a hillbilly, not his sex that effectively his volume comes up a little bit.
What's that?
He is quite quiet.
I don't have
This is a music detector.
Oh, okay, I'll put my cell phone.
Oh, you can't do it?
Okay, yeah, no problem. Here you go.
Because right.
Yeah, once you get to 0.02 degrees, when you're looking at something, two different lines, your eyeball can no longer differentiate between the two, and they kind of melt together, and that's called diffraction. And along the horizon, because at the horizon, that's the furthest you're looking. So everything, all the information gets kind of gobbled up right there. And once everything gets 0.02 degrees, those lines can no longer be, you can't tell between them anymore. So that's where you get your band of diffraction, right along the whole horizon.
That when you get that angle, that when you get to virtually horizontal, that is where we see most distortion and stuff. And I agree, that's where we really need to pay more attention to pointing that out to ball earthers, because they just don't understand that when you get nearly horizontal, we do see compression, cold convergence, and it really does affect what we see, but they just can't picture it because they don't think. They just think it is a sphere and it bends off and that's it.
Yeah, really, well, you know how I feel about half of the trolls. I think that they're just being disingenuous and not being honest, even with themselves.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm gutted that I lost two. I'm gutted that I lost two of them.
Go ahead, sorry.
I'm gutted that I lost two of my favourite trolls. Sean Hufford's lost. I've lost Sean Hufford and I've lost Gem Panda.
Yeah,
I'm kind of gutted really, because I thought that we were able to transcend the whole flat Earth thing.
I know as much as a prick Gem will be about the flat Earth and all that kind of stuff, he's not really that bad of a person when you just talk to him about everyday stuff.
I like the guy, but he doesn't like me now because I've called Soundly out, and I just don't think that Soundly's given us real evidence. I think he's passing real evidence off as passing fake evidence off as real evidence.
Yeah, Gem showed some of his true colors there. Because, I mean, that evidence was just ridiculous nonsense. And for him to back it like that is, after you've shown that it was fraudulent.
Is something that...
You and Nummy Num. But yeah, this diffraction thing and the angular size of light and opaque objects, I believe it gets really... I don't know. I'm going to have to do some longer range experiments because I'm only doing it to about 140 feet. And then I run out of yards.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to do, I'll figure something out.
So what is it you're on now? Are you on your Bluetooth dongle?
Yeah. Yeah, remember I had so much trouble even getting this thing to work where I could hear with it, but I couldn't talk?
Yeah. What was the problem?
I don't know. I just plugged it in and it started working.
It's technology, and sometimes it's brilliant when it works, and it just doesn't. Just when it doesn't work, you can't work it out. Why not? It's weird.
Yeah, I think it's this phone. Yeah. Because I don't even get all the notifications that I have turned on, and half the time, my Google Plus hasn't worked in 2 weeks now. I used to pretty much after I'd make a comment, I would communicate through Google Plus. After that, and now all my stuff is like 2 weeks old, and I don't get updates on when people comment on things or my comments or anything.
Yeah, it's the same with me. I don't get that either anymore.
Okay, so it's not just me. Okay, good.
No, it's it's not just you.
Yeah, that was a real bummer. That was one of my favorite things to. It was so easy because it just put everything on there on that one little button. I didn't have to go to different pages or anything like that.
So what's that got planned today? Anything? No, nothing. I'm guessing you're not in work yet.
No, I was actually feeling under the weather this morning. I might head in here in a little bit. I don't know. I'm not too happy with them there.
You're not too happy with work?
No, I've been trying to transfer to a different department for a while now to get to an 8-hour shift instead of these 12-hour days. And they're giving me the runaround because I'm planning on leaving here at the end of the year. I mean, I worked my butt off for this place, so the least they could do is just, I don't know. They don't want me to leave the position I'm at because supposedly it's going to be hard to replace me, but they're going to have to get used to it because I'm leaving in 5 months anyway, so.
Well, that's it. They never give promotions. They only ever give promotions to people that are shit at the job because the people that are good at the job, they want them to stay in that position.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed Political Hillbilly, but the background noise now really is not there.
That's because my mic was still muted.
Yeah. when you unmuted, then it went like a jet burner taking off.
Yeah, I'm muting through my mixer instead of the Hangout, so you guys don't see me mute.
Well, today's such a glorious day. I'm guessing it's 6 a.m. for you, Zach? 10 past 6?
7.
10 past 7. It's just gone past 1 p.m. here. Clear blue skies, gorgeous weather, lovely and warm. It's real. This is the summer that we've been waiting for.
So what are you on about Woofy at?
Say again?
What are you on about Woofy at? I heard you were sending Woofy a message this morning about something.
Oh, Wolfie?
Yeah. 60-20?
Yeah. He basically he's done some information. Let me just read his comment here. Oh, it's a long comment. I'm not going to read that. Actually, I will. I'll read it. Anthony, I understand what you are saying, but can produce a working model that explains the equinox all over the Earth for under $100. It's a globe, and it just works. You can clearly see why these angles occur within my model. No need for any other theories such as lensing, distortion, snow globes, etc. It just works, plain and simple. That's what I need to see. A plain, simple, flat Earth model that shows me why the sun sets at 270 all over the Earth. And I have given him one. I have tried to make one. Honestly, I have objectively tried to explain the equinox on a variety of flat surfaces myself, just out of curiosity and also to see any flaws in any models that may be presented to me, because I do ask everybody and it simply does not work. Nobody has shown me a single model anyway. I'm not anti-flat Earth, mate. I don't care what shape of the Earth is. I have no emotional attachment to a globe or any other shape. I only care what works and lets me do my job safely. I can live with the globe. Oh, I can with the globe. Nobody can show me a flat Earth map that works, not even close. See the problem? Let me ask you another question. Imagine that you are holidaying on a remote island and suffered a life-threatening injury and needed a medical evacuation to the nearest hospital 3,000 miles away. I arrive in my aircraft, and your life is literally dependent on me getting to that hospital as quickly as possible. I have two choices. Use the globe maths and WGS84 to produce a flight plan that I know will work, but also confirms we live on a globe, or ignore the globe and try to fly using a Gleason's map to get you to the hospital. Which would you trust your life to? My globe or the Gleason's map? Be honest. See, he's attributing the globe to the application of WGS84, but the WGS84 is simply a matrix that's overlaid on any shape of Earth, and it's like laying a handkerchief over a ball. It'll work if you lay a handkerchief.
They just use triangles? They make big giant triangles? Yeah.
And it would work if you laid it over a Pringle or a pretzel, but if you were told it was a ball, the matrix would still work, whether it was a pretzel or a Pringle or a whatever shaped thing that you want to lay it over. It's a matrix that lays over it.
Or a flat plane.
Or indeed a flat plane. You know, if you look at the emergency landings for medical reasons, like the lady who gave birth for that child and had to land in, where was it, Anchorage, Alaska? That's a straight line. That's the straight line on, pretty much the straight line on the Gleason's map or the AE map. So, you know, I think I would bring that to his attention. He also makes reference to maps. I think I would take to his attention that the Mercator's map is being kicked out of schools here in the United States and the UK due to its inaccuracy. And by their own admission, this is heliocentrics admitting how inaccurate it is, but yet stipulate it's the most accurate map they have. I can't figure that one out. If that's the most accurate map they have, why would they be kicking it out and replacing it in schools with something they consider to be less superior to it? So the story in itself is a good admission. There is no map of the so-called globe that works neither.
No, the Mercator map was way off. All the sizes of the land masses were skewed dramatically in some cases. Settle down, buddy. Sorry, my dog. Yeah, it was I don't understand what he's talking about. Has he not seen Adams or AJC 1844's work on the equinox? That explains the equinox perfectly over a flat plane. Am I oh, I'm talking to myself, I think.
I'm listening. I just didn't comment because it took a little bit of effort to get back to my mute button. But who'd you say it was? AJ what for the equinox?
AJ, yeah, AYCEE dash 1844, or a space, not a dash, a space. 1844. He has great videos showing how he uses a planisphere and how they have calculated things like the planets, the sun, the moon, the stars, the black moon called Lilith, and I think there's 4 or 5 asteroids that you can actually track using the planisphere, and it showed how the eclipse works and everything on a flat plane.
You say it was AJNYC 1444? No results.
No, AJ, AYCEE.
AYCEE.
Yeah, and then space 1844.
CEE, you said? JC?
Yeah, CEE, Charlie Echo Echo.
Alright, and it was 1844, right?
Correct, yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's only got 13 or 14 videos, but he goes into depth when he talks about a topic. He really, really gets into it, and he's got 3 or 4 different planispheres. And because they all seem different. He said the Germans make the best ones he can find so far. But yeah, he explains how the ecliptic is not directly above the equator, and it kind of throws everything off in the sky. But for what we see, it works perfectly. It's amazing stuff, his videos. But I think it's video 12.
Well, I'm clicking on
maybe.
I'm clicking on his channel, but every time I go there, it says that error occurs.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me go check it out real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does great videos. You gotta check them out. He explains everything like, excuse me, and it's all been known for a long time. This wasn't something that he figured out. He found it.
Let me try it in a different browser.
Yeah, I love your show you put on, man.
Appreciate it. Sometimes it has. Go ahead.
I just have to. I've been catching as much as possible lately.
I've been in rare form.
I just found it.
I've been in rare form there. There I got it in a different browser. I don't know why Firefox or Chrome wouldn't let me go there, but Opera did.
I'm getting a monkey on my YouTube page with a hammer in his hand.
Now when I click on his video link from his channel, I get the error again.
I have him subscribed. Let me see if he's on my... That's weird. Yeah, he does really, really great stuff. I just found him not all that long ago. Well, when I try to go to YouTube at all, I'm getting or when I try to go to my subscription page, I'm getting a 500 internal error, server error.
No, YouTube must be down for there. I just subscribed to him and try again when I get back from the hospital.
Wow, look at this. Have you ever heard this? It says 500 internal server error. Sorry, something went wrong. A team of highly trained monkeys has been dispatched to deal with the situation. If you see them, send this information as a text. Screenshots fighting them. And it's just a bunch of jibbity jab after that. I've never seen anything like that.
No, I've never seen that.
Yeah, it actually says a team of highly trained monkeys has been dispatched to deal with this situation, or with this situation. That's crazy.
Now, if I...
So are we still broadcasting on YouTube then?
Yeah, we're still live. If I right-click on his video link and go open in a new tab, I get a Google error, 504, that's an error. The server encountered a temporary error and could not complete your request. Please try again in 30 seconds. But if I left-click just to open it up on the same page, then it doesn't show. I get a temporary error on the page. I cannot get to his videos. An error occurred. Please try again later. Let me try to go to my own channel.
Yeah, YouTube's not letting me go to my homepage or anything right now. Let me hit trending and see what that does. Oh, my avatar finally popped up.
I can't go to my homepage.
Oh, I got my dashboard somehow. A little avatar popped up in the right corner, and I clicked on that and went to Creator Studio, and it let me in there.
I go to any other website, it works okay.
Yeah, YouTube must be having troubles. I want to find this. I want to be able to click into the thing so I can get you the name of that video.
Yep, even my page, I get the same thing. My banner's missing, my picture's missing, an error occurred. Please try again. Well, if anybody have a hard time starting Hangouts, maybe I ought to see if Vinny P wants to come in and moderate this and leave this one going just in case nobody can start a Hangout. At least you guys got a Hangout while I'm gone.
That'd be pretty cool, yeah. I can't believe. Okay, I got into it. The one that talks about the equinox is number 12, and it's called Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Saturday, March 12, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star by Adam Carter.
Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
It's actually there. That's on Mark Sargent's page. It pops up. I just typed AJC 1844 into the thing. Oh yeah, Mark Sargent must have mirrored one of his. Yeah, it's a good one. That Equinox, it's great. It totally explains how it works though. Yeah, when I tried to click on his page and error occurred, please try again.
It's Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, Flat Earth. Mark Sargent, there it is. 27 minutes.
Yeah, 20 minutes. If you go in, I mean, I'd watch the whole thing. It's a great video. But if you want to see just the equinox, I believe it starts at right about 20 minutes. He starts explaining the equinoxes. Yeah, they can get it down to the hour. when the solar eclipses are going to happen and things like that.
Yeah. Well, they was predicting.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's what kills me. The Globers try to say if it were not on a globe, how they predict the eclipses so accurate. Well, eclipses was being predicted way before the 1500s. NASA.
Oh, yeah.
And NASA has records leading back to BC and the eclipse pass. Those were predicted eclipses even back then on a flat plane.
And then here on AJC, his 13th one, Cracking the Moon, he shows a book at the very end, last minute or two, called The Ephemeris. And it's a book they put out every year that tracks the planet. Because they're the only things that change every year. The stars are always in the same spot, so they don't have to put a book out every year. But the planets are always in different spots every year. And at the very bottom it says, okay, it tracks the planets, this and that, and it tells you it tracks 4 asteroids and the black moon called Lilith. And this is right on the front page. And it just so happens to go around right when the eclipses happen. That's when the black moon is in the way. So really, this guy has found so much stuff that's it's not like hidden, but if you don't type ephemeris into like a search engine, and you type in where the stars are going to be this year or this or that, I could not find ephemeris unless I typed in ephemeris.
I typed in where the planets will be this year. I tried a bunch of different things, and never did ephemeris pop up until I actually typed in the word ephemeris. So I think there's certain things out there that unless you actually type it in and know what you're talking about, they're not going to tell you.
Oh, I agree. You ever try to find the circumference of the Tropic of Capricorn or Tropic of Cancer in the Northern Hemisphere? You can find all kind of websites to give it to you. Try to find the circumference of the Tropic of Cancer or Capricorn. Wait a second. Cancer they give you. Capricorn, when you do it, it will revert back to Cancer. You can find it. Yeah. Try it once. Do a Google search for circumference of the Tropic of Cancer and look how easy it is to find. Then do a Google search for circumference of the Tropic of Capricorn and ask yourself, why is it so hard to find? Another phenomenon is along that lines. In the Northern Hemisphere, there's only about 3 countries that don't utilize daylight savings time at all. And in the Southern Hemisphere, there's only like 3 or 4 countries that do utilize daylight savings time. Why?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. The globe will try to tell you that South America is almost straight south of North America, but the flat Earth projections will have it swooping off to the east. And so if the globe was actually accurate and we need to utilize daylight savings time in North America, why wouldn't they need to utilize it in South America? After all, the only thing that's said to be different is the way the angular tilt of the Earth is to that of the Sun. The alleged tilt.
Yeah. 66.6 degrees.
Well, 23.4 minus off of 90 leaves you the balance of 66.6.
Yeah, and that's weird how that number always pops up in the math.
Oh, it does a lot in the heliocentric math. When I was looking into the eclipse, 666 pops up a lot as the fraction of just about all equations.
Yeah, the 2/3. Yeah. I like that 2/3 for some reason.
And when you're doing the trying to look at the gear rotatio to explain why we only see one face of the moon, well, their math actually works. If you look at we do one rotation in a 24-hour period, but yet the lunar's orbit is what, 24 hours and 54 minutes or something like that. The gear
48 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, the gear rotation works as to why we do 365 days, one rotation a day, versus its one orbital lunar month. And in its one orbital lunar month, it's said to make one rotation also per orbit around Earth. Well, the math works. But now that their math is established, it cannot be changed. That same math does not work for the solar eclipse.
Wow. I never even looked into that.
Yeah. You know, they had to come up with the math to explain why we only see one moon phase. Well, that's an explanation for what's observable 365 days a year, providing you got a clear night, versus the 2 eclipses a year. Math works to explain the moon, but it doesn't work to explain and you have to use the same math, right? If you use if you use that math to make the determination that the moon's lunar month is 29.5 days, and you know that the Earth's going to rotate 29.5 times, you simply take 29 or 360 multiplied by 29.5, and that's the amount of degrees that you would have to give your visual animation to represent the Earth's spin in a lunar month. And then knowing that the moon only has to rotate once in that 29.5 days, but has to make a complete orbit in that 29.5 days, math works perfect. But try to do it with the solar eclipse, not the lunar eclipse, the solar eclipse. That's why Sly Sparkane's a hating and made 2 failed debunking videos. Failed. He debunked himself by lying.
Yeah, the stars kind of do the same thing. They go with a sidereal year and the solar or tropical year, they call it. Is about 19 minutes off. The stars and the sun go off every year about 19 minutes. Well, every few years, the starships will set 1 degree in the sky every 7 years. They say, precession of the equinoxes and all that. I don't believe that happens.
Heck no.
Polaris should be precessing with this. And Polaris has been Polaris, they say, since.
Yeah.
Well, Ptolemy named it in 159 AD, and he was using 900 years of data collected before him. Now, why would he name something the pole star if he knew it was going to move?
I did the math to break that. I did the math to break that down before. I think it was like every 17 or 18 years we should be able to detect a quarter of a degree on Polaris.
Yeah, it turns out to be 40 arc seconds a year or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is nothing. You need a really big telescope to... And it does move a little bit, but they have this thing called stellar aberration that some guy named Bradley figured out 1730s, I think, that stars actually reset themselves and go backwards.
Yeah.
And it's not every star in the sky either. It's only certain stars in certain sets of certain parts of the sky at certain times. Now, you would think if the Earth was doing something where then every star would do it. But no, it's only certain ones in certain parts of the sky. It's really weird. But they go backwards, and it's like a clock. Somebody looks down and says, oh, my watch is off, 3 seconds. Here, let me fix that. Click, click, click. And then back to normal again.
Now text.
So, they say it's the rotation of the Earth, but there's no way, because the Earth would have to move backwards.
Now text chat went dead, won't reconnect. Try to refresh it, get a 500 internet air server.
Wow, so YouTube's having some real troubles.
Yeah. And it is 8:30. I gotta get ready to go out the door since Texas down. YouTube's having issues. Other people probably won't be able to get here. I think I am going to go ahead and end it. But man, see, let me try to get your name so I can add you to the. I got a link dispensary. I like my open door policy. You don't need an invite to come onto my channel as long as you're a respectful chatter, and you've already proven yourself as that. So if you want, I'll add you to the link dispensary, or maybe
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, maybe I'll get that next time I see you in here, because I'm really starting to push myself for time.
Don't worry, we'll do it again for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Anthony Riley, if you're still there, thanks for jumping on. Once again, you always bring something interesting to the table. Benny P was here for a minute. Once again, Benny P, the new sheriff in town. Thank you for establishing my link dispensary, and it is up and running, people. Most of you are already on it, thanks to Benny P's foreknowledge. Chris the Truth Seeker was out there. I can't tell whether he's still out there anymore because I can't see text no more. So we all know Chris the Truth Seeker's always deserving of a good shout out. Anybody else who may still be remaining out there, which my dashboard is even down right now, so I can't even tell if anybody's still out there. Other than that, I'll see you when I get back from the hospital and run a few errands. I'll fire up another hangout. Until then, I'm the Political Hillbilly. Today is July 17th, 2017. You are at Hillbilly Heaven. So trolls, quit trying to rain on my redneck paradise, I'm here to tell you. But until then, now it's time to say goodbye to Hillbilly and friends. They would like to thank you folks for kindly dropping in. You're all invited back next time to this locality to have a heaping helping of truth and reality. Reality is, people, as water mandates, we live on a flat plane. Take that one to the bank, trolls.